fight news. It's not fight news. It's brunch boxing.
Brunch boxing, man. Y'all. Brunch boxing, man. Y'all. Man, y'all keep doing y'all thing. Keep working hard, man.
Hey, I don't know what brunch boxing is, but shout out to them.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. This is Brunch Boxing. I'm your host, Matt, and I'm here with the host of Brunch Boxing, the master of the walk and talk, the master of the sit and spit. Look like he's coming from parts unknown. My guy, EzRaw Boxing. What's going on?
This looks like when mankind was coming from the boiler room of the Devin Haney. That's exactly what this looks like. Yeah, this isn't. It's not set up correctly the way I want it, but we're getting there. We're getting there. I will say that was a great intro. That was a great new intro for Brunch Boxing. That was fantastic. I didn't expect that. I didn't know that was coming. I'm excited for today's show. Let's get to it.
And of course, behind the scenes, the creator of the new intro for Brunch Boxing, the master marionette himself, the producer of Brunch Boxing, my guy Huey P. What's going on, Huey?
Doing good, doing good. I was up in the space last night creating that thumbnail, stuff like that. So I was using Canva to its full extent here as we have our tools for the show now.
Yeah. Shout out to Rolly. Brunch Boxing. I don't know who you are, but
yeah, I had to figure that was the best one to put last.
Yeah, son of a bitch. That son of a bitch, Rolly, man. And funny enough, we're starting off the show today with Rolly. Go ahead, Huey.
All right. So some of the biggest news we had this week is we're hearing that Devin Haney versus Rolly Romero is almost done. So Matt, what can you tell us about what's the latest on this fight? We saw Devin say that he was close to fighting Ryan. So how are we feeling about this fight?
So with this one, the latest is that the contract is sitting in Devin Haney's lap. It's completely done from Rolly's side and PBC's side. The fight is scheduled for May 30th. It's supposed to be in Las Vegas, Nevada, not in New York, as Rolly originally thought. Very interesting. One thing I wanted to point out, Devin Haney seemed to kind of poo-poo the fight because he didn't like the pressure that Rolly Romero was putting on him. And I found that to be very interesting. Rolly said, hey, listen, we got Devin. We got this fight. And then Devin said, oh, you keep talking about the fight, make me not want to fight you. Bro, what? Well, what does that even mean, Devin? Come on, man. Don't listen. This is the fight the fans want. People thought that Rolly wouldn't take the fight. He pulled everyone's whole card. He proved everyone wrong that he would indeed take this fight. So now it's time to make the fight happen. Sign the contract, big boy. And let's see what happens May 30th in Vegas.
Now, Matt, just you are the insider to boxing. Do you know what's moving and shaking? You have your ear to the ground when it comes to boxing. Is there anything contractually that you've heard that there was pushback on?
The contracts are done. They're done with all of that. All of that is
terms are set.
Everything is 100% done.
Okay. There's no way Devin Haney doesn't take this fight. Now, I may look foolish, right? I may look foolish, and he doesn't take this fight. There's no way he doesn't take this fight. And I'm going to tell you, the thing about Devin Haney is really his career has had some – you know what it is? He's been willing to step in with anyone. He's been willing to take any opportunity, but he's had some fortunate breaks. He's had some fortunate breaks go his way to keeping his career in big-time fights and keeping his career in relevant fights. I mean, if you look at Teofimo losing to Kambosos, like amazing to have his first career, like just perfect. He said, and he didn't push against it, just won with it. He said, if I have to go fight in Australia twice, well, I'll fight in Australia twice. He starves himself. He hurts himself basically to cut weight to fight Lomachenko. To make sure he gets that fight. He fought Prograis. He went and made sure that he got in the ring with Ryan. He didn't even ask for rehydration calls. Nothing to risk that fight not happening. Gets in there with Norman, a tough guy. Like Haney, to me at this point, has never ducked or dodged anyone. Not one guy has he ducked or dodged. And I don't believe he's going to start with Rolly Romero. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Rolly Romero is the guy to get Haney to step down and duck a fight.
Now,
I
let me
just
ask
don't.
you
I
a
don't believe that.
question. Do you think that he thought Rolly would step up and take this fight?
Well, I'll be honest with you. It's another fortunate break. I'm talking about fortunate breaks for Haney. One of the fortunate breaks is that Pacquiao went and didn't take the Rolly fight. One of the fortunate breaks is that Pacquiao is going to fight Floyd Mayweather, because Rolly was not going to take this fight. He was going to take the Pacquiao fight. Not that I blame him, right? But that was what was going to happen. Now Rolly was in an interesting spot because he was without an opponent and he had a mandatory that they could have called, right?
Oh, no, no.
Wait,
All right,
hold on, hold on,
let me stop you right
hold
there.
on,
Let me stop you right
hold
there.
on,
No,
hold
no,
on,
no. Because
hold
you're out
on,
here,
hold on,
reporting
hold on.
stuff that's not true. Okay, the WBA was not in any danger of calling that mandatory.
Okay,
Rolly Romero was already granted an exemption where he had the voluntary fight. So that report by Dan Rayfield was 100% incorrect. And he even went so far as to say that the WBA was going to order the mandatory this week. Where was that call from the WBA this week?
it never
Didn't
came.
happen.
It
It
never came.
didn't
No,
happen.
no, but
Yeah,
that's not. But
because it was
that's
never
fine.
happening.
That is fine. What I'm saying is
So
he
don't go
didn't really
parroting
wait.
bullshit.
Hold on. What I'm saying is he didn't have a lot of options, right? He did not have a lot of options. There wasn't a lot of fights there because he wasn't going to get the Ryan fight. He wasn't going to get the Ryan fight. Okay, so there wasn't options for him really. So a fortunate break for Haney is that kind of Rolly was out of options for a big fight. So I think that Rolly is willing to step in with Haney. We know that, right? And I know with my heart of hearts, that Haney's willing to step in with Rolly. And these fights to get over the line. I think that you're misconstruing a tweet when he was saying that when this guy talks like this, it makes me not want to fight him because he's so annoying. It'll make me want to even give him this opportunity. That's what I think you missed the tweet as if he was afraid or he was
but why would you say that if you really want to fight? It don't matter, bro.
It's just trash talk. It's just trash talk. It don't matter.
But that's
Like you
not
said,
trash talk.
like you said, the deal's in, right? The deal's in. They said it. He just has to sign it, right? So he was no risk of losing anything. He just says, I don't really like this guy. And when he talks stupid, I really don't care to give him the opportunity. But it's gonna happen because Devin Haney needs to fight. Rolly
Now
Romero needs
let
to
me ask
fight.
you a question. You're saying that Rolly didn't have any options. I have a question for you. What options did Devin have?
They both didn't. That's what I'm just saying that right now.
Okay,
They have to match with each other.
Because you try to make it seem like Rolly's doing Devin a favor. When
Like
that's
Rolly's
just
doing
not.
Devin a favor.
No, you're making it seem like that Devin's doing Rolly a favor.
No, not at all. They both need each other. That's what I'm telling you. This fight's gonna happen. They both need each other. But if Rolly had Pacquiao, he wouldn't be fighting Haney. It wouldn't even be
Obviously not.
Yeah,
Duh.
exactly. So that fell apart.
But if it had a penis, should be your uncle.
I guess according to you, yes, right? But or how they felt. But like I said, right? Yeah, they both don't have any options. Like this is the fight to make. So that's what I'm telling you. But you're trying to phrase it as if like Haney might be scared of this, and it's like, come on, man, he's not.
I'm not framing it as Haney might be scared of anything. What I'm framing it as is that the deal is done. Everything that everybody wanted was agreed to. They are still waiting on Devin Haney's signature. Well, that's what I'm reporting. I'm reporting the facts. They're waiting on Devin Haney.
It's going to get there. I believe that.
What do you mean it's going to get there? Sign the fucking contract.
It'll be signed. Don't you worry. Devin Haney has never, ever ran from a fight. It just never happened. We got to call it what it is. Devin Haney is one of the guys that we should all be appreciating in boxing because he don't run from no nonsense. There's no BS with him.
Hey, listen, I will appreciate Devin Haney if he signed the contract to fight Rolly.
If that fight gets done, Matt, who wins?
You mean who am I picking?
Mm-hmm.
I'm picking Rolly Romero.
Can we get it on Huey? Can we get it on wax?
Nah, we gotta wait for the fight to be officially announced.
See, you know what it is? The deal's right there, but Matt doesn't want to sign his name to it.
What do you mean? I told you who I'm picking.
No,
the deal's right there, but Matt doesn't want to sign his name to it.
We gotta wait for the weigh-ins on that one to make it official.
Fuck that. Open the fucking book.
What's your confidence level, Matt?
One.
What'd you
I'm
say?
picking Rolly. I'm picking Rolly, baby. I'm rolling with Rolly.
Oh shit! All right, you have the ability. You have the chance to change your confidence meter between now and the fight, but your pick's locked in.
My official pick is Rolly Romero by decision.
You better drop a few times in those earlier rounds to get that decision.
Okay.
Matt thinks he's going to hurt him early and discipline Devin.
Mm-hmm. Matt's heart will always get him in trouble.
Shout out to
I've learned
Rolly,
that about
man.
him.
Any
But
other
I just love how you're making it seem like Rolly had no other option but to fight Devin Haney.
I don't think he had. Well, give me him.
Oh, bro.
Give me
Rolly,
him.
let me tell you something. Did you forget who Rolly's with?
I know who Rolly's with. They've done a great job to get him to this point. But who? Give me the options.
They would have had a nice option for him. Now, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing that people are like underestimating. Devin Haney really had nowhere else to go.
I agree. I said that. I just said that. I literally just went on a rant and just said that. I said he's a very fortunate guy. He's one of the more fortunate careers that we've seen because things have fallen away for him kind of just perfectly. That's the truth. He's a very fortunate guy when it comes to the way he's been able to match up with the big fights.
Because right now, Turkey's not. I'm not gonna say Turkey's not fucking with him, but from what I hear, Turkey is very, very focused on this Zuffa boxing war. So he is not really paying attention to his outside fighters right now.
Well, what side is he on? You know what I mean? Because Zuffa's not promoting the next Fury fight.
And we know what side he's on.
What side is he on, man?
We know what side he's on. He's on the side of chaos.
I think so. I think he loves chaos.
Hey, look. We got a comment from your boy Basquiat NYC, the moron, right? He says, I hope Haney fights Ryan instead, and Rolly is forced to fight his mandatory. So you want Devin Haney to stay out of the ring until at least July? And you think that Ryan is going to fight him coming off a messed up hand in his first fight back in July?
I got good news for you, Basquiat. We're going to get both. We're going to get both.
Do you think Ryan gets both rematches?
Ryan is going to get a rematch with Rolly Romero.
Just remember what I said, Huey. What did I say at the beginning of the year?
Ryan wins the rematch.
Ryan wins the rematch. Remember what I said.
Matt, do you want to address Brick Squad's question?
What's his question?
He's saying Rolly has options being signed with the guys putting Tellez versus Mendoza as a co-main.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. See, this is where I gotta educate people on the economics of events, right? So PBC, and he's referring to the Sebastian Fundora Keith Thurman card. PBC has a certain amount of money earmarked for this event. I don't think PBC is expecting this to be some gigantic event. So they're not spending billions of dollars for this event, but they're gonna either break even or make a little bit of money on this event.
A little bit scratch.
So why would you, as PBC, put one of your huge money fights with less than 3 weeks to go as a replacement fight where you can't even build it up properly and sell tickets properly?
Yep, and that fight's not going to sway people buying or thing. It's not
Exactly. Like, come on, guys, listen. I'm expected, because you guys listen to Brunch Boxing faithfully, I'm expecting you guys to be smarter. Be smarter fans. We're trying to educate you. We really are. We're trying to educate you. Don't say stupid shit like that. Jesus. I understand your name is Brick Squad, but I didn't know that the brick was in your brains. Jesus Christ.
For loyal listeners.
Now, let me ask you a question. You're taking Devin Haney, Ezra, right?
Mm-hmm.
Break down this fight for me. Why does Devin Haney win?
It's the thing with Rolly, right? Like, if you notice the way he's fighting right now, he's more defensive style. He's trying to box more, right? Now, when Rolly gets aggressive, he explodes into his positionings, and that's not going to work with Haney because Haney's going to turn him all night. He's not going to be able to explode those shots. He's definitely not going to outbox Haney, right? Because he'll just get jabbed to death in that performance. There's really, I'll be honest with you, it's a really really tough for me to imagine how he would be able to win this fight. But he would just have to basically sprint at Haney at times and beat him in when Haney gets uncomfortable and tries to hold or tries to clinch. Rolly would have to rough him up there. He would have to dominate that position. He would have to get some knockdowns there. But I think Haney would just turn him all night. Like, I just don't see a point where Rolly Romero is going to have success with his sprinting in technique. And I know for damn sure he's not going to outbox him.
Yeah. All right. We'll see. I'm rolling with Rolly. I think Rolly Romero is going to continue to show people that he's a new fighter. And you know what? Maybe after Rolly wins, Ezra's finally going to do that breakdown that I told him to do on Rolly.
You can check it out right now. Look it up on YouTube.
No,
Ryan
no,
Garcia
no.
versus
You,
Rolly
you didn't
Romero.
do it. You didn't do it. What you were supposed to do was break down Rolly's previous fights and then note the difference with Ishmael Salas.
Well, you know what? Maybe I'll do that before this Haney fight.
No. Don't promise nothing that you can't deliver. You could do it after the fight, after you're proven wrong again.
Okay.
All right, let's move on.
All right. So earlier this week, we saw Shakur Stevenson join a space for a long-form interview, answering questions from the fans. Matt, please remind me who hosted the space once you start talking about the topic. But we found out that he's not interested in fighting O'Shaquie Foster. What are your thoughts on that? And the other questions that you spoke with him
on? Here's the thing about Shakur. And shout out to Hassad who hosted the space. This guy, this guy, man. I asked him, hey, you know how you got those guys who claim nobody wants to fight them, blah, 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 blah. Everyone's a boogeyman, right? But now you got the gun. You're the A side, you're the guy, you're the shot caller. Are you going to be the same way as those guys who you claim was ducking you? Or are you going to fight everybody? This guy going to tell me I'm going to fight everybody. And then, not more than a minute later, he telling people he don't want to fight O'Shaquie Foster. Why he got to fight O'Shaquie Foster? My brother, because O'Shaquie Foster wants to fight you. That's why. Because O'Shaquie Foster was supposed to fight you at 130, but you mysteriously missed weight all of a sudden when he was about to be your mandatory. Okay? Because O'Shaquie Foster has been calling your ass out for years. For years, brother. You don't want to catch that wreck? Like, you are, without a doubt, one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. But just because you win a big fight don't mean that it stops there. And this is what I was talking about with these fighters. I'm not too sure that their necks are strong enough to support the crown that they want to wear on their head. Because they don't understand that it's like the Nas verse in the song he did with Kanye West and Rakim and KRS-One. Remember that song Classic from the Nike Air Force One song? Classic, timeless. What did Nas say? Oh, you went platinum. Yeah, that's nice. Now let me see you do the same thing twice, 3 times, 4 times, then a couple of more times. That's what differentiates the good to great boxers of today and the all-time greats. You have to keep doing it. I'm sorry, Alexander Usyk. You can't fight Rico Van Houwen, okay, when Ajit Kabayel and Fabio Wardy's looking for smoke. You can't do that. Shakur Stevenson, you can't now say that you don't want to fight O'Shaquie Foster or you're not going to get credit. They love doing that. I'm not going to get credit for beating them. You can't say this crap when you have a lot of smoke that's there to have. You have a lot of food that's still left on the table. If you are still this guy that you think you are, that your fans think you are, that maybe I think you are, you have to keep taking on the challenges.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like I said, though, here's the thing, though. What comes O'Shaquie Foster. Other options that Shakur has, and he's kind of an interesting spot because there's not really an obvious choice. I don't think O'Shaquie Foster's number one as far as like notoriety, as far as a fight that'll get people excited. I think O'Shaquie Foster is a hell of a fighter. He's an excellent fighter. I would be interested in the matchup myself, but as far as like casual fans and a general audience, I don't think that's the number one option. I would still think Russell, Morataya. I might honestly even say like Roach still might be like
Bro, just so we're clear, Raymond Murataya is not a bigger fight than O'Shaquie Foster.
I'm not sure. You tell me. Okay,
I'm sure.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that.
Here's what I know. Ever since my guy, friend of the show, Kenneth Buhari and PBC got their hands on O'Shaquie Foster, he's been everywhere.
This is true.
He's been everywhere. You have not seen Raymond Murataya since his fight with Andy Cruz, have you?
That's fair, yes.
But you still see O'Shaquie Foster. No, hold on. You still see O'Shaquie Foster's name every fucking where. Okay.
Yeah, no.
So please stop acting like that. That's
I'm still not sure.
No, because I know why you're doing it.
No. That's what I'm saying. Like there's other factors to it, to the thing, and also, like I said, I haven't really heard people calling for O'Shaquie Foster to fight Shakur. It's not a fight that I hear people clamoring for. It's not. I do hear Morataya's name with O'Shaquie with Shakur way more than I've ever heard O'Shaquie Foster. That's just the truth, right? That's just the truth. I have not heard it like that. I think it's an excellent fight. I'm not putting down the fight. I think it's a really good fight, but I just don't know if it has the buzz like that. And I think that right now, if you're Shakur, you need to continue on this buzz. He has the potential to be the biggest name in boxing. I really believe that. He has the potential to be the face of boxing. He just needs the right matchups. That's why, like, to me, when he says, I'm not fighting Ryan at 147, or I'm not going 47 for Haney or stuff like that, I just think that's a mistake, honestly. I think that you're the guy with the ultimate skills. You have skills that can go up in weight. You have skills that are able to do that. You got to be willing to do that because you have a chance to be like a massive star. If those skills were to beat Ryan, those skills were to beat Haney, and those skills were to beat the top at 147, then the sky's the limit for you. I just don't know if O'Shaquie Foster is the fight you keep building on with. I think it's a good fight technically in the ring, but I don't know if it does anything as far as building his name and his value.
I guarantee it builds up his name and it builds up his value. Like I said, once he got put in the PBC cycle and they started mentioning his name as a potential tank opponent and this and that, O'Shaquie Foster's Q rating has gone up. Okay, O'Shaquie Foster is a more popular fighter than Raymond Murataya. So don't mention Raymond Murataya. Don't mention Raymond Murataya. And then say that, I don't know how much O'Shaquie Foster fight people want to see.
Have you heard people call for a O'Shaquie Foster fight in a Shakur fight? I've never heard it.
I have.
Honestly, I've never heard it.
Hey, Ezra, you know why you haven't?
And I talk to the casuals.
No offense, Ezra.
I talk to the casuals.
Ezra.
I think you're in the weeds a little bit. Go ahead.
You're not in the community, my brother.
I don't believe so.
Stay out of black people business.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's what I'm saying.
Out of black people business.
I get you.
You're not in the community, my brother.
That's fine. But I'm just telling you right now, I hear people on Twitter all the time, and I could tweet up. I could look it up right now.
Yeah, bro.
No one is tweeting. There's no
your
YouTube.
Algorithm are the racists. Your algorithm are like Nazis fighting in the forest.
Well, wait. Forest fights is a part of my algorithm, no doubt about it. I mean, you get 7 right-wing guys, right, who are doing it just for the pride. No money, none of that nonsense involved, none of that everything, just pride and glory. And you're fighting for your ancestors, you're fighting for your namesake, you're fighting for your flag. Honestly, you're fighting for your flag. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know what flag that is.
Which flag, Ezra?
I don't know what flag that is, but you're fighting for your flag, and you get
the West Germany flag.
Let me tell you something right now. You get 7 of your closest friends, man. You get a bond that can't be broken. Band of Brothers. Read it sometime. You get your 7 of your closest bond, and you meet another group in the forest, and you guys coordinate a fight. And some come in diamond formation, others kind of like a line, like almost like the Civil War. And they just go at it. And I mean, the technique is gone out the window. Let me tell you something. When you're in a foxhole, right, technique is out the window. I'll tell you that right now. When you are in a foxhole, technique is out the window. And it's just will, heart, and courage. That's all it is. And that's what I see when I see 7-on-7 forest fights.
Okay.
I can't believe you've done a show with this dude for 3 years, Matt.
Yeah. Can we get back to real boxing now?
I do agree with you, Matt. I think at this moment, there was a point in time where Raymond Morataya was a bigger fight. People were wondering what Shakur had, if he could, take the power, the style, all that kind of stuff. I don't know that people still have those questions. I do think that with how present he is on social media, in media, Shock is a bigger fight at this point. I'm not saying that Morataya wouldn't be a good fight, but I definitely don't hear people clamoring for it the way that they used to. And I think that Shock has a bigger presence currently.
Eliminate the guys that we kind of know already have fights. They're not going to have it. So, like, let's say Ryan Garcia, Haney, all those guys. What's the biggest available fight for Shakur?
We'll rattle off the names and we'll see.
Well, let's say a Russell. Is a Foster bigger than a Russell fight?
Maybe.
So.
Maybe.
It might be. Well, where are you putting it? In the Northeast? I don't think so.
Wherever it would benefit most.
Like anywhere between DC and New York, I think the Russell.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you go DC, New York,
That's what I'm saying. But I'm just saying you're putting both in the most strategic place possible. What's the bigger fight?
Russell.
Okay. Let's see whether you guys more tired. You guys are gonna go Shaki. Okay.
No. Hold on, real quick. You tell me what's the most strategic place to put a Morataya fight.
You just go Vegas. I think if you put that, or in like New York or something like that.
So basically, it would have to be carried by Shakur.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But so what? That happens all the time. I don't understand. You're putting a guy, but like we first of all, we already know the demographics going into it, right? So that's gonna make it a bigger fight already.
Yeah, like I said, and I knew that's what you were getting at.
Of course.
You think because this guy is Mexicano that it's gonna be a bigger fight automatically.
It's gonna be a big fight.
And I'm
100%.
here to tell you that the Mexicanos don't give a fuck about Raymond Morataya.
Yeah, that's where you're mistaken. They don't care about him right now. But you put him in the right matchup, people are gonna get behind him. That's the way this goes down. You think people were clamoring?
Bro, you are top rank. You are the lazy matchmaker. You are the guy who don't.
How disrespectful I take that.
You are the guy who.
How disrespectful I take it.
Because you are the guy who don't think two black fighters could sell.
No, of course they could. I'm telling you right now that Shaki Foster, who's only fought 135 in a Fulton fight, which I thought he did steal the show there. I just don't think that fight is generating the buzz that you're pushing as it has. I don't think it has right now. But I'm right now telling you that Russell's the biggest fight. So how am I telling you the two black fighters couldn't sell when I'm telling you Russell's the biggest fight?
Because you think
you got yourself in a conundrum, my friend. You talked yourself into a conundrum. That's what I'm telling you right now.
And look at this guy talk trends. Another lazy booker. Since we called out 130-pounder, Navarrete is the best option. Bro.
No.
People love, I'm telling you, man.
But
people love this Mexican black thing, bro.
Here's the thing, right? I
Stop
think it's
being
just like
lazy.
No, but I think there is things to like.
He wants Shakur Stevenson to come out with a sombrero for the Navarrete fight. Come on, bro.
It works.
God,
EzRaw, go for it.
Navarrete versus Oshaki Foster, though, to me is the fight. To me,
but Navarrete would never fight Oshaki Foster.
I like that
fight.
I think it's a horrible matchup for Navarrete.
Oshaki Foster's been chasing that fight for years, bro.
And it's a shame. He
will never fight him.
But okay, then move Oshaki Foster to move to 135 and establish himself.
No, Oshaki Foster just needs to keep fighting.
That's what I'm saying. But whatever. I don't know. I don't think that fight's gonna happen. I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Right.
I don't think Shakur sees the potential in it.
Couple comments from the listeners. Our guy Blunts in Boxing, Bellini Award winner. He's arguing that Morataya is a big fight. EzRaw, he agrees with you. He's saying that it would be for Shakur's second divisional title at 135. And I'm Matt. I know you hate this, but it's for the ring lineal at 135 as well.
Just so we're clear, Blunts in Boxing is Mexican.
So I'm telling you the demographic. These guys are already getting behind it.
Blunts in Boxing is Mexican.
Look at the demographic. These guys are already getting behind it.
Y'all not in the community, bro.
But you're not in the Mexican community. Here's the problem with you. You know, Matt. You know what? I gotta pull your card a little bit. I gotta pull your card a little bit, Matt. I gotta pull your card a little bit.
Huey, another fellow Mexican American, chose that comment out of all
No.
the other comments.
No. That
No,
was
that's
no.
right.
That was
The
from
cr-
Twitter. That's why I read that one
the-
first.
the
that
crowd-
was from Twitter.
Gritty.
That's on a different. I had to
The
go to a different
Mexican
platform for
market-
that
Hold
one.
on.
The
Can we
Mexican
read,
market is
hold
building.
on. Can we read Gritty comment, please?
All right.
Gritty from the underground.
Ezra is full of shit. People have been asking for Shakur Shock for years
For
now. I barely
years.
hear Morataya name come up versus Shakur. And that's
Thank
exactly
you.
what I was echoing. I think that Morataya used to be a big fight, but we've always heard the Foster fight, and we're still hearing the Foster fight where the Morataya
Guys,
rumblings
you know what?
have
I'm telling
quieted.
you, guys, you're in the weeds. I'm telling you, it's like sometimes we gotta understand. We gotta do two
We're
things,
in the
right?
community.
Are
We're
we
in the
talking?
community.
Are we talking diehard boxing fans, right? Are we
No.
talking diehard boxing fans? Or are we talking about a fight's gonna
I'm
build
talking
buzz?
about the community. You listen.
Let
Like
me tell you
Dr.
something.
Umar said, if you are not black, this one's not for you.
But that's what. But let me
This
let
is
me
for
let me
Africans
let me tell you
only,
something. Let me
my
tell you something
brother.
right now. Let me tell you something right now. Now I'm gonna pull the same one for the Mexican card. Then I'm gonna pull the same one. You cannot tell me, oh, Mexicans don't like more time. Because let me tell you something. Ever since I said it, Mexicans are flooding the lines right now. They're flooding the lines right now. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. So let me
who's probably
hold on.
buried under a cloud of weed smoke right now.
Hold on. Let me just tell you right now. You're not from the community, Matt. You don't get this pride that we right here, right? You don't get this right here. I wish I had the Mexican flag behind me right now. Okay, you don't get the pride that I'm talking about. You get right there. You're gonna get a community behind you.
Protect your neck. Let's move on.
All right. So next up, we have Eddie Hearn not wanting to work with Keith Connolly anymore. Matt, can you give us a little background on Eddie's comments from earlier this week?
Why do you like to see Eddie Hearn hurt?
Okay, so we know Keith Connolly, manager extraordinaire, manager for Richardson Hitchens, Edgar Berlanga, Connor Ben, basically all of these guys that Eddie has had beef with over the last year or so. It started with Richardson Hitchens when Richardson Hitchens had his fight and then announced he's a free agent, and Eddie Hearn was upset at that. That's when we knew, and you guys should have known that there was something brewing with Eddie Hearn and Keith Connolly, because I've been talking about it for the better part of a year now. And then what happened with Berlanga? Eddie Hearn didn't want to give Berlanga a big fight coming back, so he put him on that random Florida card against that guy who was in prison for like 8 years and came out flabby as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they did. That was Eddie Hearn giving a nice little fuck you to Keith Connolly. Hey, I'm fulfilling the contract. I'm giving him a fight. It just won't be a big fight for no money. So Edgar Berlanga was upset with Eddie Hearn. Okay? And now Keith Connolly was able to get in with Conor Ben. It's not like Keith Connolly was with Conor Ben for years. Keith Connolly just got with Conor Ben. And Conor Ben, the rat piece of shit snake that he is, he turned on the one guy that backed him his whole career for a one-fight deal, had Eddie Hearn in tears. This is a war between Keith Connolly and Eddie Hearn. So now Eddie Hearn does not want to work with any of Keith Connolly's fighters.
Who does Keith Connolly have?
Richardson Hitchens,
Mm-hmm.
who I told you guys, Eddie Hearn got him pulled off of that Shakur Teo card. Nobody believed me. Listen, I've been trying to tell y'all, but nobody know it. Listen, if you guys want breaking news, you come to Brunch Boxing. If you want broken news or fake news, go elsewhere. But if you guys want the real deal Holyfield, you come to Brunch Boxing.
Who else does he have besides that right now?
That we care about?
Yeah.
Just Hitchens, Berlanga, and Conor Ben. He got other smaller fighters.
Do you not care about Tito Mercado?
I do not care about Tito Mercado.
Oh, man.
Also, was that a Zuffa fight? I will say this.
What is Tito Mercado's real name, Huey?
I have no idea, man. I just read Trill's comment.
So you do not care about
No.
Peter Mercado.
No, that's why I asked if you did.
The thing is, that's why. But that's what I'm saying. Though, but like all this said right now, it's just being said right now. If Keith Connolly has some fighter that they felt was a big star potential could sell, they would shake hands and smile tomorrow.
No, they wouldn't.
Bro,
no, they wouldn't.
Come on, like this is dumb. This is all these things are feuds now, but they're not later. I've seen De La Hoya literally accuse Eddie Hearn of cheating on his wife on a video, and then shake hands a week later. Bro, this is all this right here goes away with money. Anything in business goes away with money. If there's business to be had, they'll do it. Now, Keith Connolly obviously is pushing guys towards Zuffa, but all those guys you probably named will probably sign with Zuffa. He's going to be he wants to be one of those managers that's going to just push his guys in that direction right now. That's where money is. Let me tell you something about Conor Benn. And listen, I get the whole thing of like, oh, what is thing? But let me tell you something right now. How much is he getting for one fight?
15.
Okay, I'm sorry. Whatever friendship we had, whatever business deal we had, I was a free agent, and someone offered me $15 million to fight Regis Prograis. Yeah, on Netflix. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm a bad guy. I'm not loyal. Hey, $15 million.
Ezra just said he would leave Brunch Boxing for a bag.
$15 million?
Ezra,
You
so
couldn't get me guys. This box would disappear.
Ezra, let me tell you something. And I don't want to throw, because when I do stuff for people, I don't like to throw it in people's faces. Eddie Hearn clearly is not like me. He likes to throw it in people's faces. When Conor Benn was broke and on the verge of homelessness, Eddie Hearn gave him $250,000.
That wasn't, bro. That was paid back. You think he gave him that and he kept it? Bro, that's paid back in contracts or your fight. That's an advancement. That's not anything. Bro, these guys ain't doing nothing unless you can make money off them.
He was skint. He was skint, my brother.
Come on, bro. Look, there's no best friends in this shit. There ain't no best friends in this. Okay, there ain't no. Oh, I looked out for. Let me tell you something. It's business. At the end of the day, if you don't make Eddie Hearn no money, Eddie Hearn don't mess with you. Eddie Hearn ain't giving you no money unless you can make him money. Conor Benn has star potential that he saw in the UK, and that's why he was staying with them. That's why he was doing fights in Florida. That's why they were doing all that. Okay, because he was trying to keep them active until he could get them big fights. Okay, that money wasn't given to him; it was advancement, and they took it out of the payment once he got paid. 100%. That's why Conor Benn just did 2 of his biggest fights, right? He just did 2 big fights. What did Eddie Hearn say? He goes, "Oh, he's broke. He needs to get money because he's in desperate state." Why would he be desperate? He just did 2 biggest fights because all the advancements they did, they took back. They took their money back. They got their money back. He didn't lose a dime on him. He didn't lose not 1 cent on him. He didn't do him one favor. Okay, this is business.
He did about a lot of favors.
He didn't do him one favor. He
did about. If it wasn't for Eddie Hearn, Conor Benn would be serving a 4-year suspension right now.
That's his job. He's a fucking promoter. It's his fighter. That's his job.
Not his job.
It's not a favor.
That's not his job.
He's protecting his investment.
That's not his job, bro.
Stop with all that. There ain't no friends. There ain't none of this. The guy they paid him $15 million to fight Regis Prograis. He's gonna take it. I'm sorry. Everyone's gonna take it. Everyone will take the money. Eddie Hearn is the man that said he was clean so much shoes, turkey shoes for money. He would get on his knees and clean turkey shoes for money. You can tell me this guy doesn't understand what happened there? Of course, ain't no loyalty to this. Ain't no one paying this dude $50 million to fight Regis Prograis.
Ezra, I just got one question for you. Are you a rat piece of shit?
At $15 million, if that makes you a rat piece of shit, hey, I'm a rat piece of shit. At $15 million, and I'm a free agent, and I don't have a contract, and they say $50 million to go do this easy job, I'm a rat piece of shit.
You hate to see it.
Man,
Sad.
Tired of this.
So how does this end?
It is what it is, and then they'll probably have a fighter that they can make money together, and they'll shake hands, and they'll do the Triple H point. That's all that's going to happen. These guys are not. These guys are not. They don't hold true to any of this. It's all about money. He just doesn't want any of the guys he has right now.
I think what's going to happen is Keith Connolly is going to funnel all his guys to Zuffa Boxing.
Yeah, of course he's going to do that. Of course he's going to do that.
He's going to be the new.
He's Zuffa's Ali Abdelaziz.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys are watching these things, but look at what's Robert Garcia doing. Robert Garcia is on at least a trainer for 3 of these cards every card. He has all his fighters are going there. This guy's going there. All these guys are swaying their guys over there because it's first of all it's easy money right now. It's great if the system works, then they just funnel all their guys there. Don't even have to think about it. Don't have to think twice about it. It's like all these guys are doing that. A lot of guys are trying to get established there right now doing that. It's gonna break some people's hearts when other people start doing it.
All right, let's move on.
All right. Another topic we've talked about previously: Dimitri Bivol versus Michael Eifert is eyed for the Alexander Usyk versus Rico Verhoeven card. What are our thoughts on this matchup and this fight landing on the Usyk Rico card?
Ass.
That's a horrible card. It's a horrible card. It's like if they're giving. It's like the what do they call that? Like the land of rejected toys, whatever. I don't know the expression they're saying, but that's what this card is. It's a bunch of fights that no one asked for. It's a bunch of fights no one cares about, and they're only their selling point that's going to be next to the pyramids. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to guarantee you right now, that's not going to play on camera. They are going to screw that up where you're not even going to be able to see the pyramids when they're fighting. You're not even going to see it. It's going to look like they're just fighting in a desert. That's all it's going to look like. They are not going to execute this correctly because all these location fights and everything are never executed correctly. They'll never look as cool as you think it's going to look. You know what the best one was? I got to be honest with you. What's it? Eddie Hearn's Lawn. That was my favorite one. Eddie Hearn's Lawn was my favorite one. That's why people talk about the White House fight. I already saw it. Eddie Hearn's Lawn. I saw guys fight in front of a White House before. It was Eddie Hearn's Lawn. All these fights don't look as cool as you think they are on TV. It would take hell production. The way you zoom in on a fight doesn't make sense. You have to be really far from the pyramids to have them like in the background to look like a Street Fighter level, I guess. Is that what they're going for? This is trash. No one cares about any of this. I don't know why the hell they're doing it. And this right here reassures me that Turkey will always get in his own way. Turkey will always have a bad idea to ruin everything he's got going. Any momentum he has, he will ruin it.
Bro, it took Donald Trump reopening Alcatraz to stop Turkey Al-Sheikh from doing a fight on Alcatraz. Think about that. Think about that, man. Listen, it's stupid. It's an ass fight, ass card, everything ass. I should have put this on quick hits, to be honest with you. But I don't want to ever pass up an opportunity to tell everyone how right I was about this fucking Dimitri Bivol guy.
Wait, hold on.
You were right, Matt. You were right.
Hold on. Last week you told me, let me hold off on my Bivol comments. So why last week? What's the change, Matt? Last week we were talking about Bivol. I said something negative. You said, let me hold on that. What changed? What did you hear, Matt? Ear to the ground. Man in the streets.
No. I didn't hear anything about Bivol last week. What I was doing was doing my reading of the tea leaves and holding out hope that Bivol was smart enough to buy off this Eifert guy and go straight into a trilogy.
You're so foolish, Matt. See, that's what I'm saying. Then how can you take credit for saying this and then believing that?
Because
it's like
I told you guys before the fucking rematch between Bivol and Beterbiev happened, I said, if you are a boxing fan, you better pray to God that Artur Beterbiev wins. Because Artur Beterbiev, I'm confident he will fight anybody. But Dimitri Bivol, if he wins, he has a long history of fighting a whole bunch of bullshit.
No.
He loves him a Malik Zanad.
But interesting enough, both guys on this card, Usyk and Bivol, announced their basically future schedules, what they were hoping for, right? Did you see Bivol's future schedule, what he wanted?
No.
Okay, so he said, I want Eifert, I want Beterbiev, and I either want Benavidez or Canelo 2. What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that are, why does he want Canelo 2?
I don't know. I'm not sure. But that's what he said. I'm not sure why. But it's also
if he wants Benavidez, is he willing to go up to cruiserweight?
You know what? That was something that I think I believe he kind of hinted at, saying going to cruiserweight. I will give him that. He did hint it.
So what he's saying is that maybe cruiserweight, maybe 168 pounds. I don't know. A lot of shit. But what I do know, I fight Michael Eifert next, and then maybe I fight Beterbiev, and then maybe this, maybe that. It's a bunch of bullshit.
I'm just.
I don't know whose voice you were trying to do
Whose
there.
impersonation was that?
At
Rolly one,
first, I thought he was trying to do Canelo, and I got really confused.
the Rolly one was really good. I thought that was great. Right, I read that a 10 out of 10. Whatever the hell that was that I just listened to right now, I don't even know what ethnicity that was. I thought it was Mexican.
That was my Eastern European voice.
Yeah, no, I thought you were trying to imitate Canelo at first, and then you said Michael Eifert, and
your Eastern European sounds a lot like my Puerto Rican.
It does.
Eastern European. I do a lot of shit. Maybe a little of this, a little of that.
Carlito's doing his trick again, man. You got to check this out. I think we sound exactly the same. We might be coming from the same place with that.
Yeah, you guys are octave is different, but the tone's the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck Bevo. Next.
Well, hold on. Give me one more realistic nonsense fight we could get on this card. Just that matches what we've been seeing. Give me one more.
Okay. All right. Here's another realistic nonsense fight you can get. Let's do Edgar Berlanga.
Okay.
Edgar Berlanga against Jorge Masvidal.
Okay. That's not bad. It's not bad. I was thinking more. No, that's not bad. I was thinking more like a Eubank. I was thinking more of a Eubank in some kind of nonsense fight we're not asking for. Maybe a guy way past it. I don't know, something along the lines. I was thinking Eubank in some kind of nonsense fight that absolutely no one's asking for.
Could you make Berlanga and Anderson Silva?
Yeah, Anderson Silva, like something. Yeah, like that exactly. Oh man.
All right. Also this week we had the virtual press conference for Keith Thurman versus Sebastian Fundora. What are our takeaways?
Man,
you tell me, Matt. I missed this one.
Yo, Keith Thurman is in rare form. I do think Keith Thurman was a little bit offended that I said Sebastian Fundora looks at you as a gatekeeper. He might have been a little bit offended. But I did give Keith Thurman a chance to tell Sebastian Fundora why that gate is welded shut, boy. And Keith Thurman told him, hey, listen, I'm coming to win. I'm rejuvenated. I kind of felt like my things with my career got out of control, but now I'm back and better than ever. Now, with Sebastian Fundora, and this is just me reading the tea leaves, so don't put this as an official report. I kind of feel like PBC is trying to position for Sebastian Fundora to go on a PBC Veterans Crushing Tour.
Oh. Well, what do you mean by that?
Next?
Oh.
Are you done?
Go ahead.
I think they want to see Fundora beat Thurman. I think they want to see Fundora beat Charlo. And I think they want to see Fundora beat Spence.
Well, actually, that's not bad, honestly. I don't really consider Charlo.
So why were you convulsing that? I look at it.
Because I wasn't thinking Charlo's. I don't think Charlo's that. I don't know why Charlo is put in that category. I don't get it. Charlo had one bad performance against.
I don't know that Charlo's washed.
That's what I'm saying.
He can lose that fight,
bro. Charlo would. I would pick Charlo to destroy Keith Thurman. Like I wouldn't even be to me like a thought of the head like that's a competitive fight. I would think Earl Spence even getting in with Charlo right now would be a bad idea. Like Charlo, it never shows signs of slowing down in my opinion. So I don't get why people are so like, oh, like he goes back and it's like that's not the case. He could still be the top guy. There's still a chance that he's the top guy at 154.
I agree with that. I don't think we know what Charlo is at this point.
And let me tell you something. If you get Spence with Fundora, as long as Spence goes through a guy like Zoo, yeah, then I'm gonna be like, yeah, let's keep it rolling.
So then why were you like convulsing?
I didn't know what names you were gonna say.
Well, you thought he was gonna say someone like Danny?
Yeah, I thought he was gonna say some nonsense. I was like, oh god.
What are you talking about, bro?
Because here's the thing: Keith Thurman is not really in those other guys' categories. I know Keith Thurman is. His hair's receding, his skills receding, his abilities receding. I mean, that's the three recedings you don't want. That's what I'm saying. It's like with Keith Thurman, that's what I thought you were like going on that level. I wasn't even sure what names you were going to bring up. I was just like, God damn. I thought maybe even Laura was going to be brought up. I said, well, I don't know what's going on here.
Nah, they think they could build Sebastian Fundora into a star, but they need to do it off the backs of the PBC guys of yesteryear. And I got to tell you, all that shit ends March 28th.
You're wrong about that. But whatever date that they do Charlo Fundora, it might end right there. I'll be honest with you
I'm telling you, Keith Thurman versus Sebastian Fundora, home invasion. He's going straight through the front door.
I don't know about that. You might go
Welcoming to
straight
the
to
show
front
right
door,
now. We got
kicked right out.
Welcoming to the show right now. Whenever you bring up PBC, he shows up like Joe Hendry. Mike, how you doing?
What up, Huey? It's a good day. I'm on my way to SoCal. Ezra, you still going to make it out there?
Okay, I got to be honest with you. I've been out the loop. Do I have a media pass?
I don't know. Did you ask Matt to apply for one?
Matt, do I have a media pass?
Never talked to me about applying for one.
All right. We'll see, Mike.
What the hell? Wait. Let me tell you something. If I would apply for a media pass and they would have saw Ezra Hernandez on there, we would have got rejected for all media passes.
I don't know about that.
Golden Boy don't fuck with you.
I don't know why. I've been with them since they've been down bad.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Mike, do you have any thoughts?
You've only been calling for the downfall, but I'm with you, Matt. Keith Thurman is really. I think this is going to be a lot easier than what people think it is. The Fundora fight. I just think Keith is just better at Ezra. The things you normally say at boxing, just the simple things as boxing. Keith is a better boxer than Fundora.
Yeah, when he has his full ability,
he can put in position. Like you say, just to come up the middle. And I don't know if the Fundora punches are going to be able to have any impact at that range.
Ezra, before you respond, I want to bring up J-Ro's comment here. He says, if there's no evidence of Charlo slowing down, what evidence is there of Thurman slowing down? I think you can fit that answer into your response to Mike.
Well, I mean, I think there's plenty of evidence of him slowing down. I mean, shoot, I didn't even think he looked fantastic. I don't think he looked fantastic against Barrios. I think Ryan did a better job against Barrios than Keith Thurman did. I mean, that's the truth of it.
That was a 10-2 fight.
He slowed down, bro. He slowed down. The power wasn't there what it once was. He slowed down. And in the second half of that fight, he still was struggling to trust the body. I think people are overrating this Brock Jarvis fight. That Brock Jarvis is a small guy that just keep going up and weight because he kept losing.
But you're not saying what makes you think that
you can see his ability in the ring. He's not the same guy. He doesn't have the same. His movement, his timing isn't the same. In the second half of the fight, he really fell off. In the Barrios fight, he really slowed down. I don't think he's the same guy. The Brock Jarvis fight ended early because Brock Jarvis is an undersized guy who kept moving up, not because he was winning, because he was losing. He kept moving up because he was losing, and he beat that guy. There's definitely signs of him slowing down. And Charlo has fought at a higher level, more recent than Thurman has.
All right. We'll see. It's only 2 weeks away. What else we got, Huey?
Okay. First of all, before I keep forgetting, so I want to give a shout out. The listeners did know Tito Mercado's first name, by the way. So the listeners care about Tito Mercado.
Yeah. I don't.
Tito Mercado's an interesting guy.
Sure.
Next
he was only interested because Eddie Hearn signed him.
That's not true. I mean,
you weren't talking about no fucking Tito Mercado before.
That's not true. He's from Pomona. He's from Pomona. He's right here in the literally neighboring city to me. So
you
I'm
only looked that up.
No,
because he signed with Eddie.
No. He was fighting his own promotions out here. He was doing his own events out here. You're wrong about that.
All right. Another piece of news we've had from the week is Frank Sanchez versus Richard Torres Jr. unfortunately got taken off the Fundora-Thurman card after Sanchez had a knee injury. It's being replaced by Yoenis Teaz and Brian Mendoza on the main card. Ezra, let's start with you. What are your thoughts on this?
I mean, I don't think that knee's going to heal up anytime soon. I don't think it's going to get a better situation anytime soon. It seems like that knee's pretty much destroyed. Since like it can't work anymore. And this has turned to a fight that was going to be like, I was really interested. Like, man, is Torres biting off more he could chew right now? No, it feels like, man, Frank Sanchez is going to get beaten up by a younger, faster, strong, in his prime guy, and Sanchez gonna. I think he's in there in a real lot of trouble. I think that knee's done. I think he right now his corner's looking like the guy from Varsity Blues. Put some shots in it. You know what I mean? You're gonna be fine. Put some shots in it because I don't think he's gonna make it. They're gonna reschedule this soon. I don't know if that knee's ever gonna be. Oh, that's good. I think that's just buying time to literally probably couldn't move right now. I think they're just hoping it loosens up so where he can move. I think that's how bad the knee is. If you're just trying to reschedule, you're just trying to get like, hey, he's not gonna be able to move. By the time this fight comes around, we need to give him some time here. Yeah, I don't think
so here's the thing about Frank Sanchez. When he was fighting some random Mexican bum in Mexico,
I like the way you said it.
With some like 16 wins and 25 losses. Somehow
he was 16-14.
Somehow his knee was okay for that fight. But now that he's staring down the barrel of a young, strong Mexican-American heavy hitter that's going to be coming right at him, put your 3D glasses on, all of a sudden his knee was hurting again.
I mean,
don't think that's a coincidence.
They weren't tested in those other.
I mean, we saw the picture that they released of his knee. I mean, it was wrapped.
I gotta tell you,
so much tape.
When I saw that picture of the knee, the first thing I thought was tendonism. Oh my God, tendonism, fall off the bone, tendonism. All right.
Yeah,
now,
no,
listen,
man.
Frank, I know you want to resurrect your career, Frank, but you're here to do a job, Frank.
No,
I hate to break it to you.
He is. That's basically what this is. That's what this is. Now, question though. Let's just say the knee doesn't heal up. Let's just say Frank can't go through with this fight. Do they just go to the next ranked guy that's available?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Who's number 6? Because all the other guys, if I was looking correctly, already kind of have fights. You know who's number 6? Jaloff. Now, he hasn't done anything to
Jaloff is number 5.
Okay, and then Torres is number 4. Yeah. He has done nothing to take his career seriously, for me to take his career seriously. He hasn't done anything to get me excited. But, man, I got to tell you, you couldn't write this in a book. You couldn't write this in a movie. I wouldn't believe it. If the big fight that he steps up on is the guy that he fought in the Olympics, a guy that he beat in the Olympics, a guy that he's beaten in the amateurs before, knocked out Torres in the pros. I mean, that's some good storytelling right there. I got to tell you, that's some good booking right there. I doubt that happens. I doubt that's the way this plays out, but I was just noticing that. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Now, we talked about it already, but Yoenis Tellez versus Brian Mendoza steps up into the co-feature. This card, this fight was earmarked for a different card, but they were able to move it up to this card. How are we feeling about this matchup?
I can't blame him. Like I said, I know we were saying, oh, sure, it's a bigger fight. I can't blame him. To me, Tellez, who's the guy that I had some interest in. He fought Barao, it came up short in that fight. Mendoza, we know who got the upset over Fundora. He can still crack. He's still tough. I think Tellez is there to look good in that fight. It's not a fight that I'm extremely excited about, but I could see that turning into something interesting.
I think it's going to be a war.
Okay.
It's going to be a good scrap. Someone's going to get knocked out in that fight.
Okay, that's fair to say.
What else we got, Huey?
Well, we had a comment from the listeners earlier in the show, and I thought this was a good time to let Ezra answer it. Ezra, what are your thoughts on Moses at heavyweight?
Moses at heavyweight? Oh my God! I think he's one of the greatest prospects we've ever seen in boxing. I think he's one of the greatest talents we've ever seen in the heavyweight division of all time. I think this guy is gonna dominate the division for years. It's gonna be. I think he's truly special. I'm so high on him. People get so mad at how high I am on him. I think it's just, if you're talking about where Torres is right now, and I look at Torres taking the step up, and Moses isn't, right? Moses isn't, and that you can have your criticism on that, and it's right to say. But where they're at ability-wise right now, I think Moses is just so much further ahead of Torres ability-wise. What he does in the ring, this dude has been fighting Okoli since he was 16 years old. He used to take his backpack, get home, goes to the gym with his backpack on, take his backpack off, and box Okoli for 10 rounds. This dude is just a talent that you don't see often in boxing.
All right. Next up in boxing news, Richardson Hitchens is in talks to join Zuffa Boxing. Matt, you mentioned the Keith Connolly connection earlier. What else do you have to add to this?
Well, I hate doing this. Lance Pugmire.
You hate crediting other people?
No, I hate what I'm about to have to do to him. Lance Pugmire is writing a lot of bullshit right now. And it's clear to me that Lance Pugmire is trying to curry favor with Zuffa Boxing and Turkey Al-Sheikh. He's trying to ingratiate himself to them. Because with the talks of Richardson Hitchens going to Zuffa, he said, he wrote an article, Richardson Hitchens is worried that if he goes to Zuffa, the IBF will strip him of his belt. Why would he be worried about that? There's no reason for any fighter to worry about the IBF stripping any belt unless you try to fight for the Zuffa belt. It's very simple. So why is Lance trying to position the IBF as the bad guy? It's all about ingratiating himself. And this is a guy, Lance Pugmire, who couldn't get a credential to a Turkey Al-Sheikh event. But now he's found a way in. They're starting to give him credentials. And now he is on his knees for these guys. Hitchens, go get your bag. If you feel like you want to go to Zuffa, go to Zuffa. But let me tell you something, Richardson Hitchens. If you go to Zuffa Boxing, delete your Twitter account. Because I don't want to hear you talking shit to any fighter. Because any fighter that goes to Zuffa tells me that you're running away from the smoke. And that's fine. If you get a bag for it, that's fine. But I don't ever want to hear you mention any other fighters ever again.
Matt, I want to get your thoughts on this comment before we move on to Ezra's thoughts, because I can't tell if this is sarcasm or not, but perspective, congratulations to Hitchens. He left DAZN and joined Paramount.
Big win. I'm refreshing my memory. What weights does Zuffa have again? What like around the 135 to 147, correct?
Yes.
So
They don't have one.
here's your big problem, Ezra. You take what they say at face value.
No, I know. I get you. I'm just saying though.
What weight did Jao Bataya fight at?
Cruiserweight, but they kept cruiserweight. I thought.
No, they didn't.
No, they kept cruiserweight.
They dropped flyweight. They kept cruiserweight.
Yeah, kept cruiserweight.
They kept cruiserweight after they signed Jao Bataya.
Well, that's fine. Yes, I get. But when they announced the weight, they announced cruiserweight. The problem with Matt is honestly, what King P said, you got to be cut down to size. I got to be honest with you, Matt, and I can't wait for that day to come. And I will be there to celebrate, like the Munchkins in Wizard of Oz. When the Wicked Witch died, they were there to celebrate. I'll be there to celebrate when you finally are cut down.
You look like one of them.
Yep. Now the next thing I will say is, we talked about Zuffa and we said what kind of talent could they get, and it just kind of does make sense because he's not a guy that really is a huge salary. He's not a guy that you have to me. It feels like, oh, you got to fight that guy. That's a matchup we want. He's just the kind of guy that I think could benefit from being a Zuffa, right? Like where like they kind of use them as one of their top talents. Same thing with Jai Opetaia. Like I know Jai. The thing with Jai is that he had fights that I think that could have been big, or the Benavides Zerto winner. But as far as that, Glenn was still like about the level that he was fighting at, maybe even a little bit better than the level he was fighting at his past few fights. So it's like I'm saying, like I think that was actually good for his brand as far as his branding.
That's actually an indictment on the level of fighters he was fighting.
Yeah, I know it was.
Like I said, respect the work.
I'm with you on that. He could have fought Joe Smith right now. It would have been great. But like I said though, so I think like guys like that are talents that you will see go to Zuffa. I think that you will see guys like that. There's guys that or maybe at the right there at the top, but can't get people get in the ring with them. Can't not because people avoid them, just because they don't make money. It's not like a huge payday for people. Those are the guys I think you'll see go to Zuffa. I think that if Zuffa was smart, they would go to every division and find that guy and try to get him over there, and then build their roster within that. So that makes sense to me. But yeah, you're right. Look, if he goes there, a lot of the fights are missing out. We got to see how the ring cards play out as far as like the integration of talent. But they're going to miss out on a lot of fights, and that's the interesting part. Like, who's Jai fighting next? If he doesn't fight, Zerto better be his winner. Who is he fighting
He's
next?
not, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So who's he fighting next? Like, it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse than what we just saw. It is. It's going to get worse. If Hitches were to go to Zuffa, like, who does he fight? It's going to take some time for them to develop the talent.
I'll tell you who he fights next.
Who?
Lindolfo Delgado.
Yeah, if he doesn't go to Zuffa.
No. Whether or not he goes to Zuffa, that's just fucking mandatory. The IBF ordered it.
Oh, yeah.
He has to fight Lindolfo Delgado. And the funny part is, he's going to try to fight somebody else on Zuffa, right?
And they're going to take his belt.
He's going to try to drop somebody else. No, he's going to try to fight somebody else on Zuffa. The IBF is going to rightfully strip him. But Lance Pugmire is going to tell you why the IBF is doing the wrong move. And this is something against Zuffa.
Yep.
Pay attention to what's going on, people.
I gotta be honest with you. These belt conversations are getting pretty. They're getting pretty boring. I gotta tell you.
All right. The quarter 2 schedule is shaping up. We have Luis Neri and John Rael Casamayor, along with David Jimenez and Ayu Musasano set for April. Matt, where is this fight? Where are these fights going to take place? And are there any words on other fights to expect on the card?
It's gonna be in Kyrgyzstan. It's gonna be a 3-day event. Koki Kamita is putting on a 3-day event in Kyrgyzstan.
Where's
It's gonna be a lot of
Where's Kyrgyzstan at?
It's in Central Asia, Eurasia, basically Eurasia, Central Asia. So it's gonna be a 3-day extravaganza from April 17th to April 19th. It's going to be a lot of big fights on this event. He's promising a huge championship fight in the main event of every night. So I love Neri versus Casemiro.
That's a great fight.
I do wonder why they're trying to do it at 122.
Yeah.
I think this is a fight where just let either guy weigh whatever they weigh.
I'm with you on that.
Let it be an open weight fight.
Mm-hmm.
Both guys come in whatever you come in. And go from there. I like the David Jimenez fight. David Jimenez, very good champion. He's a good fighter. I can't wait to see him again. I like what they're doing in Kyrgyzstan. I do wonder how much money they're getting from the government to put this on here. This has got to be subsidized because this is an expensive card, an expensive event that he's doing. So
it's
gonna be some good shit, man.
Ezra, you have anything to add on these 2 fights?
I do not. I like Casemiro versus. I love Casemiro versus.
You know Ezra had nothing to add. Ezra don't know boxing, bro.
I love Casemiro versus Neri. I love it. I think that's for sure going to end violently. Now, the one thing I like you said, the weight. I don't know. They probably should just whatever weight they said they're going to go at, just go up 1. How about that? Whatever weight they said we could make, they both agreed they could make, just go up 1. Also, let's eliminate testing for this fight. Let's not do any testing. No testing. This is nudge, wink, wink. Let's let this bad boy be juiced to the gills. Let's let this. We want some action in this fight. This is one of those fights that really doesn't mean anything for boxing in the grand scheme of things. It really doesn't. But it's just going to be entertaining. That's really sometimes you just got to get entertaining fights. Hell, Arturo Gatti and Mickey Ward had a career, made the Hall of Fame career, with just having one fight that meant nothing for the grand scheme of things, but just a hell of an entertaining fight.
All right. Furthermore on the schedule, Tim Tszyu versus Dennis Nerges to stream on Amazon's Prime Video. Matt, is this a bad omen for Tim Tszyu? The last time we saw him was against Bakram Murtazaliev.
This is just a precursor to the Errol Spence fight. Tim Tszyu just continuing to get right for Errol Spence. I do like that it's in prime time in the U.S. Good job with PBC with doing that. And the rest of the card is excellent. Can't wait to see Sam Goodman back.
Give us the names.
I said Sam Goodman. Here's the thing. Ezra, you're not gonna know these guys. No
I know
offense.
Sam. I know Sam. Oh man, oh boy, do I know Sam. Who else you got? The only man that could screw up a in-away payday. Keep it going. Who else you got?
Oh boy. But Sam Goodman's a great fighter, bro.
He's a good fighter, not great fighter, but he's a good fighter.
Okay.
All right, what else we got?
You also got Callum Peters, who's gonna be on the card. My man Max Reeves is gonna be on the card, and Paulo.
Wait, you say Max Reeves?
Yes.
Any relation to Austin?
All right. You got it, Ezra.
No. Let me tell you right now.
You know,
Don't BS them, right? Because they come to us for an honest opinion. Okay, don't BS them and tell them, oh, we got a fantastic, great card. Okay, you got if anything, you got a good Australian card. Okay, maybe I don't even know. I don't who the hell is
it's a
Max Reeves.
fantastic card.
I don't even know. Here's the problem, right? Here's the problem. And I get sick and tired of it. I got to be honest with you. I get sick and tired of it. You guys watch too much boxing. I'm going to tell you right now. It is screwing your brains up. Your brain is rotting. Watch the good
good fight
stuff.
is a good fight, Ezra.
Watch the good stuff. You know what? I watched Pro Box last night. I loved it. What a fight. But that's about as lowest level I'll go. Anything below Pro Box, I will not. You're out of your mind.
That's not true because you watch
What are you
Zuffa.
talking about?
You watch Zuffa.
Yeah, you know what? You know why I watch Zuffa? Has the machine behind it. Has the production with it. That's right there. Pro Box, Zuffa right there. I'm right there.
Yeah, but
anything
Zuffa is lower level than Pro Box.
So you'll watch a bad quality product as long as it's presented well.
Wait. First of all, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't care if it makes me the enemy of the thing. Zuffa is not bad quality. Okay, I'm telling you right now, those fights are good fights, and they have.
But
talent.
it's lower level than Pro Box.
Well, I mean, lower level in what way? But because like, they're
Still
not ranked. They're not ranked in the top 5 of the IBF.
In the talent.
Well, no, there's some good talent there. That's not true. There's good talent there. I mean, that's just not true. There is good talent there. Now, we have to see if it pans out to world level. We don't know that yet, right? We don't know if these guys are going to.
We do know. Me and Gray went through the roster.
We don't. They have prospects over there. They have good prospects.
Me and Gray went through the entire
and you know what?
roster.
I realized these guys don't know shit. That's what I realized. I was watching it the other day, and I was like, I think it's one of the guys. They said he's a bum, and I watched it. I said that's an alright.
Which one?
I don't remember. I don't remember the names. You know the thing is because I don't watch that much boxing. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, so
I watched
it's
just
amazing.
enough. I watched just enough.
You could just say shit without any pushback.
That's the difference. That's the difference.
No.
No. Let me show you the difference. The difference is
say shit.
No. Here's the difference. You guys are just saying shit because no one knows these guys. So you can say, "Hey, that guy's a gold star. This guy is trash." No one knows these guys, and no one was gonna remember their names. That's you guys just saying shit.
Bro, we have the names.
I watched the fight yesterday on Pro Box. That was fantastic. What a great product. Pro Box is literally like Friday Night Fights level. Great, exciting, very great stuff. Zuffa is not as high level as what I saw the main event of Pro Box yesterday. 100%. But it is the level of Eduardo Ramirez versus, I think the guy's name was Vele or whatever the hell his name was. Yeah, whatever that was. That's Pro Box is right there. And some of their fights are even above that level. Okay? Some of their fights are even above that. So I'm just saying right now, I get the negativity of Pro Box. I get the people pushing back on that. Not me. I'm a man with, if the changes are going to come, I'm going to get with, I'm open to it. I'm open to the changes. And let me tell you something right now. I'm going to tell you right now. The UBO, that's here to stay. I don't know if Zuffa's here to stay, but a UBO is here to stay. And every one of these promoters is talking with these belts and talking about the value of these belts. Give them 5 years, my friend, and they'll be talking about whatever belt they created. Okay, so give them 5 years, and they're going to be talking about whatever belt they created. Let me tell you something. This whole belt system, reading these rules, reading the fine print, it's not here to stay long. I'm telling you.
You're saying UBO is here to stay. UBO is not even here yet.
Yeah. It is here to stay, my friend. If you don't think that that's going to go over the line, you don't think that that's
I'm not too sure about that. I don't think you've been following what's going on. I'm not too sure about that.
All right. We shall see.
Before we move on from this topic, we do have friend of the show, host of the Boxing Source, JR Bell, JBZ. What do you got to say?
Man, what's going on, folks? I've been watching on YouTube and was checking in on the chat and stuff like that, and somebody said something that bothered me a bit because they were trying to big up a fighter that had been moving around multiple promotional companies and then basically is getting bailed out if he gets signed to Zuffa. And I'm talking about Richard Hitchens. Okay. This is the same guy that started his career under Mayweather Promotions, found his way to get out of that promotional company, then found his way to get into Matchroom, where he was able to be built up to be the top-rated contender for the IBF belt. And then when it was held by a person by the name of Subriel Matias, he didn't necessarily fight Subriel Matias. Waited until Matias lost to Leon Paro, then fought and beat Leon Paro, made one defense of that belt against George Kambosos Jr., and then now all of a sudden he's claiming to be like this top 140-pound guy, and then he didn't even actually have a defense on February, and now he's supposedly going to Zuffa with what, a defense against George Kambosos Jr.? Like, nobody's really checking for Richard Hitchens like that. So I don't understand the whole craze about Richard Hitchens on that front. Okay. Second, this thing with Tim Tszyu, yeah, that's the warm-up bout for him. Good for him to get that, over in Australia. So I think that's going to be a good thing. And what's the other joint? The that card that's over in that country, yeah.
Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, I don't know what money they have over in Kyrgyzstan, but a 3-day event, good lord, that's insane.
I always 3-day event doesn't sound promising to me. I gotta tell you right now. Let's leave it on 1 day. I don't think they have enough juice for 3 days. I gotta tell you.
Oh, and the other thing, ProBox runs circles all over
ProBox
Zuffa.
is great. ProBox is great.
And it ran circles over Zuffa when ProBox was starting out, while only having bouts on Wednesday nights.
JBZ, answer me this: does ProBox run circles around Matchroom right now this year?
This year, with the amount of events that they have, yeah.
Right?
Oh,
but here's the wait, hold on. I think ProBox is running circles around most of these promotions. Here's the problem.
But the thing is,
but here's the problem: they don't have they don't have the machine behind them. They don't have a system behind them. They don't have the money behind them to really make a dance. So they are very entertaining. It is fantastic. They are maneuvering their guys very smartly. Look at they got ropes. Look where they got ropes. They are maneuvering well, but they have to play small ball. They're playing small ball, guys. What I'm saying here is, and I get the Zuffa, they're better than Zuffa. I'm fine with that. But I'm saying is Zuffa has the backers behind it to play a money ball. They did not play money ball to play with the big leagues. To play with the big leagues, they had that. If ProBox had that, I'd be very excited about it. I'd be like, this is a great spot, right? This is a fantastic spot, and I love the mentality. I love the matchmaking. I love all that. But they're playing money ball. They're playing small ball. They have to. They don't have the machine behind it. So as exciting as I could be about that, there's a level to where it could gain with the system that's in place right now.
There's a limit with ProBox. Yeah, we understand that.
Yeah.
But they're shown as an avenue for either their fighters or other fighters within other promotional companies to get fights in. Because we've seen fighters that are like with like a Top Rank or somebody else that have been in ProBox events before. So as long as they have, their own, I would say quote unquote network, since they just run under YouTube or whatever it is, they have the dates. They're the ones that could set the dates, right?
Of course.
So with them setting the dates and having the cards, then that means that, hey, if a fighter wants to stay busy and they want to get on the ProBox card, they can do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, we have what we had yesterday and then the week before, and then coming up here on Saturday.
It's like people are putting ProBox with Zuffa, like comparing them, right? ProBox is beating everyone as far as entertainment. You watch a ProBox card. Tell me when you're disappointed. I've been to one in person. They're very entertaining. It's great environment. All those things. It doesn't have the money behind it to actually make it a factor versus the other promotions. It doesn't.
And I don't think at this point it has been like probably been more than 5 years. It seems like I don't feel like they want to step into that realm as of yet, or they do want to step in that realm.
No, I think they're doing it smart. They have to go slow, right? And then you got to prove your established brand. You got to get a deal, right? Well, everyone's got to get a network deal basically now. You got to get some kind of network deal, and then you could bring other people in as far as investors and all that, and take it to the next level. That would be
here's where you're mistaken, EzRaw. You keep saying, against other promoters. ProBox is not against other promoters. They work strategically with everyone. ProBox just signed an excellent deal with Tekken. Okay,
Matt, what we're talking about here is you're trying to take it too literal. What I'm saying is, when you watch a Pro Box card and you say, I'm going to watch a Matchroom card, which one are you betting on is more entertaining?
Pro Box.
Exactly. That's what we're talking about, Matt. You don't have to make it so, actually, they're willing to work with anyone. It's not. This doesn't have to be a political answer.
Because
It doesn't have to be a political answer.
no. You're saying they don't want to go against the big boys, bro. They're not trying to.
Of course, Matt.
The beauty of Pro Box is that Pro Box, they have their own guys, but they're also willing to take on some of the guys that you might not have enough dates for, put them in some nice big 50-50 matchups, and go from there.
Matt,
I'm
not confused.
Thing, what they're doing.
I'm not confused about what the system. What I'm telling you
so don't make
when
it
they
seem
put
like
a card,
don't make
it
it
don't
seem
matter.
like they're looking to beat anyone's
They're not
competition.
looking to beat anyone. I'm telling you right now, they're not trying to beat anyone because they can't beat anyone. That's what I'm telling you.
Oh
they
my
couldn't match them up with them.
bro! They're not looking to beat anyone's
financially
competition.
with them. They couldn't match up financially with them. They're not trying.
They are not looking to beat anyone's competition.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What I'm telling you.
All right, let's move on. You're right. It doesn't matter. Let's move on.
If you watch Pro Box,
you're right. It doesn't matter. Let's move on.
If you're telling me you watch Pro Box and you're comparing it, right, and you're saying Pro Box is better than Zuffa, I'm telling you, Pro Box entertainment-wise is better than everyone else. Pro Box is better than everyone else. They don't have a machine behind it to be a game changer.
All right, let me know when you're done.
I don't think they have a machine behind it, but I do agree with Trill in the comments that they are organically growing their reach, and that's positive for them. Moving on, we had a couple announcements and fights ordered by some of the organizations, WBO and WBC. Emmanuel Navarrete and Charlie Suarez rematch ordered by the WBO, along with Dalton Smith being ordered by the WBC to fight Alberto Puello. Do we want to spend any time on one of these or both of these, Matt?
I love both those fights. I love both those fights.
Let's start with the Navarrete fight.
So Suarez was on the cusp of beating Navarrete. That's what happened. But now we see Navarrete, and he looks like he's turned something around his career as far as nutritionist, the way he trains, the way he prepares. That makes me feel really confident going into that rematch for him. But I am still curious on how that fight looks. I would favor Navarrete, but I still think that first fight was really interesting, and I wonder if we're underrating Suarez a little bit in his ability.
I think we're gonna find out if Charlie Suarez is Bam Adebayo or Kobe Bryant.
I like that analogy.
Oh my God!
All right, and then you got anything on that one, JBZ?
Man, we're gonna see if Charlie Suarez is just a matchup issue for Emmanuel Navarrete, regardless of Navarrete having a nutritionist or not. If it's a style matchup issue, then you're going to see there against Charlie Suarez. So you could, be there to have a great camp and all that type of stuff preparing for Charlie Suarez. But if he has a style that gives you fits, then it won't matter. So we'll see.
And Dalton Smith versus Puello. I mean, I got a hell of a fight, and it put Dalton Smith in position to have like one of the better resumes at 140 because he would have gone through Matias and Puello if he gets that W. That's not an easy fight at all. That's not a guaranteed fight at all. Puello can easily win that fight. That's going to be a very tactical fight, and we're finding out Dalton Smith is in the fire right now. He is in the fire, and we're going to see how that plays out. I love that fight.
Great fight. Can't wait. First impressions, who you got winning that fight, Ezra?
Right now, I'm going to say Dalton Smith.
Oh, man, yo, you are a cocksucker of the highest order, bro. Yo, you truly love to go with whoever's cute right now. That's what you do, Ezra. Dalton Smith is cute right now, but does he have enough to beat Alberto Puello?
Now,
I'm going to say no.
Just so we did this right now. We did start off the show with you saying that Devin Haney was afraid of Rolly Romero, and you picked Rolly Romero to win the fight.
I didn't say anyone was afraid of anyone.
I'm just saying.
Hold on, wait. Did you hear me say that Devin Haney was afraid of Rolly Romero?
Oh, you said, you might be ducking him. You might not want the fight. The contract's there. I mean, if you weren't saying it, you were hinting at it.
No, I didn't say that he was afraid of Rolly Romero.
Let me tell you something.
What I did was state a fact.
Yeah,
the fight
I don't know why he's not. I don't know why he's not signing the deal.
The fight is done from all sides.
And listen,
they're just waiting on Devin Haney's signature.
We can speak.
Is that not a statement of fact, Ezra?
We can speak. Here's the thing. I don't do the politically correct stuff. If it walks like a duck, it talks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, I'm gonna call it a duck.
No. See, your problem is you don't like facts.
No. You want to throw these hints and everything, and then you let people let them feel
They're
a
like
certain way.
facts.
I'm gonna tell you what you're trying to say because I know what you're trying to say. It's all it is. I know
No,
what you're trying to say.
no.
And I told you right now, ain't no one ducking Rolly Romero if your name is Devin Haney. Okay?
Hey, let me tell you something. I don't need anyone to try to interpret anything I'm saying because I will say it directly.
I wish you would sometimes. I wish you would. But here's the thing, though, right? I think Dalton Smith is a very good fighter. And one thing I was worried about Dalton Smith was his power for real. Was his power European level or was it world level? In the Matias fight, I saw that the power was world level. With his abilities, I really like him. I'm not saying that I guarantee he beats Puello. I'm not guaranteeing that at all. Puello can really box. But Puello's a good fighter. But Puello's in close fights. Like, Puello was in tough fights, and he just fought Matias, and that was a very close competitive fight. I think that what Dalton Smith did to Matias was very clear, was very definitive, and I think that he's a chance he does that against Puello as well.
Okay.
And you know what? I don't need to speak crude. I don't need to call Matt what I want to call him. I don't need to call Matt what I want to call him. But I'll tell you right now, when we started off, Matt had to stand up after the first 5 minutes of the show because he started off the first 5 minutes on his knees. I'll tell you that right now. He started off the first 5 minutes of the show on his knees and then he stood up.
Damn. What's going on here? Oh my God. Oh man. Now this should be an interesting fight. I would want to see what Dalton Smith does against the sound like Alberto Puello, aka the split decision king.
And Matt, before we move on to Ezra's favorite part of the show, do you want to respond to him?
The people listen to the show. They see what's going on. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
There's a reason one guy's not on camera. I'll tell you that. There's a reason one guy's not on camera.
The people see what's going on.
Oh man.
Ezra, it's time for your favorite part of the show, the EzRaw report card and breakdown. Today we have first up Jazza Dickens versus Anthony Cacace. Give us your breakdown and report card for the fight and the card itself.
Jazza Dickens always been like a win some lose some type fighter. I think people are surprised at what where he's at right now. I think this is just for Cacace to get that bout off him. I think that Cacace is a talented fighter. I don't know if he's like a great fighter. No, he's just a good fighter. He's got talent. I think Cacace is going to win this fight. I don't necessarily love the matchup. I think it's kind of honestly going to be one side. I don't think it's a competitive fight. I'll take Cacace in this fight. Can you read me, Huey? Can you read me some of the undercard on this fight, just so to refresh my memory? I don't have it in front of me.
Give me one moment. I will pull
You
that
have
back.
Pierce O'Leary going up against Maxie Hughes, John O'Carroll versus Cole Murphy.
Ooh, they're bringing
Steve
back
Carnes versus Arnie Dawson. Gary Cully is returning on this
Goodness,
fight. I don't know if you know who Gary Cully is.
Yeah, the diva.
Ryan Gardner is fighting on this fight against Christian Bielma.
Bro, this is like a COVID card. These are all names that were popular during the COVID.
And
They fight Angel.
This card is on. Apparently, this card is on now. Big Boss says the Diva is fighting now.
Man, there was a point, and listen, there was a point where I was excited about Gary Coley. He was a tall 135-pounder, and you know what? That did not pan out. I would just say this right now. I don't love that card. That seems like a COVID card to me. That was fighting in Eddie Hearn's backyard, that card. Juno Carroll, goodness, where did they get him back from? I give this card a D. D-.
Oh,
almost
my
an F.
God.
Is this the only card you've graded worse than Tim Tszyu versus Palmer?
This is a D- card.
This is an A card.
Come on, what are we doing, Matt? What are we doing?
Come on, man.
Listen, I can't help it if you people don't know Irish boxing. This is a great event.
I told you guys watch too much boxing. I told you guys. This is what I told you guys.
This is a great event over in Dublin, my man.
Hey, I watch the NFL. I don't watch arena football. I gotta tell you, I ain't watching the Canadian League. I watch the NFL. This guy told me I don't know enough about Irish boxing. Oh my God, that is hilarious. Let's get to the next card tonight, Huey.
Here's
the one my man Mike
O'Leary versus Maxie Hughes is a fucking banger, dude.
Bro, oh my God. All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's go to the next
one. Oh my gosh.
All right. Also, we got Arnold Barboza versus Kenneth Sims headlining the card from Golden Boy Promotions. On that card, Ezra, I believe your number 3 overall pick, Oscar Collazo, is fighting Jesus Haro. We have Gabriela Fundora defending her titles against Viviana Ruiz, and Alexis Rocha versus JoJo Diaz.
All right, listen, Golden Boy brought out all the big names. I gotta tell you, they're bringing out the big names. They're bringing out the big names for this one. Listen, Barboza versus Sims. Matt's right about this. This could be a very boring fight. Like matchup wise, this could end up being a very boring fight. But I do think that it's a competitive fight. So okay, maybe style wise doesn't lead the most entertaining, but competitiveness, I think that's there. Gabriela Fundora to me is one of the most talented women fighters in boxing. I think she is a future star. You have to watch her. Gallardo, you know how I feel about him. I drafted him high. I expect great things for him. He's one of the great talents in the sport. Like he is. He's a pound for pound level talent in the sport. He is someone you have to watch. And I don't know a lot about his opponent. I talked to Lord. He's the guy that's familiar with these weights. He said that guy can box. That guy's tough, and he doesn't expect him to get at least blown out or stopped. You know, he expects Gallardo to win, but he doesn't expect this guy to get blown out or stopped. We got to see about that. Gallardo is is such a good fighter, such a technically very great fighter. And then what was the other name you said on there?
It was Alexis Rocha versus JoJo Diaz.
JoJo Diaz is going to take a beat in that fight. JoJo Diaz is going to take a beat in that fight. JoJo Diaz is way past it. Alexis Rocha, the one thing he does, he's pretty consistent with his performances, and he's aggressive. I think that JoJo Diaz is going to take a beat in that fight. Also on this card, I believe, is Griffin, right? Griffin is on this card. Is there a guy named Griffin?
Matt, can you confirm?
You're talking about Caden Griffiths?
Caden Griffin.
17-year-old?
Yes. Caden Griffin. That kid is he's something to watch. Now, last fight, like he's developing, he's young, but he's something to watch. He's on this card. He's a guy that the Golden Boy's going to look to build as a future star in the sport. So, you know, you got to see him, see how he looks. He's a talented, athletic guy. This card's okay. I'm going to give this card a B. I think it's a B card.
I think this is another A card. We're in for a great day of boxing. Barboza-Sims, whatever you could say for the style matchup, like Ezra said, it's going to be a very competitive fight to the point where we don't know who's going to win. Oscar Collazo versus Jesus Hano. Listen, it's good to see Oscar Collazo back in the ring. Alexis Rocha versus Joseph Jojo Diaz, the pedophile. Hey.
Whoa.
What do you mean, whoa? Was he not? Hold on, was he not sending dick pics to minors?
He was.
Is that not in the record?
Hey, now that's a fact, but
Is that not in the record?
That is on the record, but I thought it was a family show.
Okay. All right. Well, if it's a family show, protect your kids. If they got
that's
JoJo
a
Diaz
fact.
in their phone,
Yes. Protect.
if they got JoJo Diaz in their
absolutely
phone,
right.
take their phones from them immediately.
Yeah.
Protect your kids. Now, Rocha was supposed to fight his fight against Curiel and got injured. I am curious to see what Rocha looks like. I know you said JoJo Diaz is going to take a beating. Maybe. Depends on how rusty Alexis Rocha is and how much that Curiel fight took out of him.
That's true.
You know?
And JoJo Diaz is durable. He's a super durable guy.
Yeah. Now, as for Gabriela Fundora against Viviana Ruiz, hey, we love to see Sweet Poison. Shout out to Gabriela Fundora. Another guy that's on here that I think is very interesting is Joel Iriarte.
Yeah.
I think he has some potential. I also like Daniel Garcia. And like you said, Caden Griffiths. Very, very interesting fight. Very interesting kid. I got to give this card an A, man. You got a lot of interesting prospects that you want to see. You have a pound-for-pound guy who we want to see if he could keep doing his thing. You have a pound-for-pound woman who you want to see if she could overtake Claressa Shields this year as the number one pound-for-pound in women's boxing. And then you have Alexis Rocha, who's looking to get to that title level at 147. And then you have the true crossroads fight between Arnold Barboza and Kenny Sims. This is Last Chance University. You know, one of these guys gets to move on to the next level. The other guy gets to go to the glue factory. This is a true gulag fight.
Yeah.
What do you think about the WBO being involved in this fight?
Explain.
I don't.
Supposedly, the WBO Global Welterweight title is on the line for that
Okay.
fight.
Okay, it's good. That's good. What's
That
wrong with
means they're
that?
like between. That means they rank between like 10 and 20.
Probably 10 and 20, but I guess this means that they both fighters aren't necessarily going to be contending at 140 anymore.
Oh, this is welterweight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Neither
I
fight
didn't
is
catch
going to be at 140 anymore.
Oh man, damn. I would have
But
thought.
what's welterweight?
Barboza versus Sims.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh wow.
Yeah, I didn't know
See, I
that
don't
either.
follow boxing, man.
What's going on,
Learn
y'all?
boxing,
Come
brother.
on. I mean,
I didn't know. I didn't know that.
No,
first
now
round.
both of them. Now they said that both would be fighting at around 143 before fight week, but they just added the thing with the WBO Global
Yeah, this
Welterweight
is
title.
welterweight.
So yeah, so
Well, that's I mean, yeah, I don't expect any of them to be like a contenders for the top of the division, but yeah, okay, I can see why.
You believe that Arnold Barboza is 34 years old?
Yeah,
Jesus.
top rank kept him in prospect fights for a long time.
No, it's not part of the rundown, but we need to make our picks for today. So, Matt, we're going to start with you on this first fight. Jazza Dickens versus Anthony Cacace. We're adding a new wrinkle to this. The guys are going to give a confidence level with their picks moving forward, and that confidence level 1 through 5 will directly relate to how many points they get for being right or lose for being wrong.
All right. I'm going to go with Anthony Cacace by decision. And my confidence level is about a 4.
Okay,
Right.
now just making sure I understand this. You're only getting the points are only going towards being correct on the pick, not the outcome.
Correct.
Correct.
The outcome's just an additional point.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, I'll go Kakachi by decision, and I will go 5.
All right. I don't think we need to do any of the other fights for this, especially because
No.
Ezra's not familiar with
Wait,
them.
wait,
I
we
don't
have
know
to,
Irish
wait.
boxing.
So we're not gonna wait. We're not gonna do Pierce O'Leary or
Nope.
Maxie Hughes.
Hell no.
Oh my god, yo!
I can
Are you
add it, but
fucking
Ezra
kidding
didn't
me,
know
bro?
what they were, so I didn't have it in here before.
Nah, no, sir. I don't think so.
wait,
You
did
know
you?
what? It's a co-main. I think we should do it.
What the
We don't
fuck
do
kind of
co-mains all the
show is
time.
this?
We don't
I
do
think
co-mains all the
we
time.
should do it. As
We don't do
producer,
co-mains
I'm
all the
making an
time.
executive decision. Matt, who are you picking?
What are we doing here? This is the favor match. All right,
No,
you know
no.
what? Let me go first.
Okay, yeah, actually, Ezra, you go first because we got to switch everyone.
All right. I'm going to go Pierce O'Leary, decision, and I'm going to do that at a 2.
All right, Matt.
Okay, I'm going with Pierce O'Leary. I'm gonna go with a stoppage. I'm gonna put that at a 5.
I just wanted to be known. I wanted to be clear. We have not done the co-main event for every fight we've done so far. Okay, I just want that to be clear. Because
The majority.
co-main is like really, there's co-mains and then there's co-main. This isn't even a co-main, I'll be honest with you. This is
a
just
big
another
fight, bro.
undercard fight.
No, this is a big fight, bro.
Now on to the Golden Boy event. Let's start at the bottom of the card. Matt, Ezra went first on the last pick, so you're going first here. Alexis Rocha versus Jojo Diaz.
Give me Alexis Rocha, and I'm gonna take Alexis Rocha to stop Jojo Diaz.
Okay.
Confidence level?
I'm a 5 on Alexis Rocha.
All right, I'm exact same for me.
Okay. And then Ezra, let's just keep it rolling. What's your pick for Gabby Fundora versus Viviana Ruiz?
Gabby, 5, stoppage.
Matthew?
I'm gonna go Gabby stoppage 5 also.
All right.
I would like to do the main event first.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. As you know what? We're just this is your segment today. We added a fight. We'll change the order of this. Matt, who do you have for Barboza, Kenny Sims?
I am gonna go with Kenny Sims to pull off the upset by decision.
I'm assuming.
He's the favorite. How's it the upset?
Is he the favorite?
Yes. Yeah, upset. You just
Are
said
you
that?
sure?
Yes. All right. I'm gonna go.
What was your confidence level?
Wait, hold on. Let me double check.
So I was looking that up too, but
Oh, shit, he is the favorite. I thought there was money on the floor. Oh man, there's no money on the floor. My confidence level is a 3 for this one.
okay, and you did say by decision, right?
Yes, decision.
Okay.
He ain't stopping nobody. Come on.
Ezra?
I'll go Kenny Sims decision. You give me my confidence level at a 4.
Okay. And then lastly, Ezra, your guy, Luis Galazzo versus Haro. Who do you have? How? And what's your confidence level?
I'm gonna
Oscar.
take, this is middle name. I'll take Kyle by stoppage. Confidence level of 5.
Damn it. You know what? This backfired on me. I'm taking the same thing. I was hoping that Lord convinced Ezra to go by decision.
No, sir.
That's why I didn't want to make my pick first.
No, sir.
Okay. All right.
And
No, sir.
we don't have it on the rundown. I did add it to the scorecard here. Do we want to pick Daenerys versus Masuda?
I'm not picking that fight.
Okay, so I know what that means.
That's fair. That's why I didn't know if the relationship with the show. It's more than just picking a fight here. I didn't know if we wanted to do that.
Yeah, I cannot pick a Nonito Donaire fight.
Matt just said it's bigger than boxing.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep it rolling.
Shout out to my friend, but I do want to say good luck to my friend, my buddy Nonito Donaire, in his fight against Rico Masuda. It's gonna be a great fight, tremendous event. I'm very happy to see him back in the mix at 43 years old, still doing his thing in boxing. So shout out to Nonito Donaire, and shout out to
and shout out to I'm guessing you said Rachel at the end of that. Okay. We also on that card you have a Wada versus
knockout CP Freshmart.
Knockout CP Freshmart. You also have Olesuaga La Princesa is fighting on that card. Who is he fighting? La Princesa?
Yo, it's like week at this time, I get kicked out.
Hey, who is Olesuaga fighting, Matt?
Nobody of any notoriety.
Okay. And then there's another fight on that card. Am I wrong? There's another fight on that card that's worth watching? I thought it was 4 fights.
I'm not sure how many fights. Well, they're all worth watching.
Okay. Stay up tonight. After the Golden Boy card, don't go to sleep. Stay up. Let's watch this Japanese card. It's on ESPN Deportes. I'm pretty sure you get that on the ESPN Plus app. Let's stay up and watch that. Maybe I'll do it in the space. I'm gonna try to stay up all night for this one. I want to watch the boxing.
We also got a knockout CP Freshmart fighting Shokichi Owada.
Yeah, we brought it up. We brought it up while you were gone.
All right, and now we made our picks for the week. Now make the people some money. Ezra, what is the easy money parlay for the week, or is it raw hard? It's raw hard cash. Mike's got the easy money. Yeah. How are you making people with raw hard cash?
My screens will disappear for a second. That's only because I got to read this out. Okay, here we go. 3-leg parlay. Anthony Kakache, money line. Alexis Rocha, stoppage. Kenny Sims, money line, plus 466. Kakache, money line. Rocha, stoppage. Sims, plus 466. I kind of really love that parlay.
All right, Matt, what is your best bet?
Okay, so my best bet of the day, Oscar Collazo by knockout, minus 475. Not a great thing, but is guaranteed to happen. This Jesus Haro guy, he can't punch. He's not gonna be able to keep Oscar Collazo off of him at all. Another thing I want you guys to look at. Friend of the show, historian of Brunch Boxing, J-Ro, has this theory that you always take a woman's fight to go the distance. Gabriela Fundora is kind of known as a knockout artist. But if you stay with J-Ro's theory of everything going decision, Gabriela Fundora by points or decision is at plus 330.
Wow.
So if I were you guys, I would seriously look at that.
If you don't want to make, if you just want to make a safe bet, you don't feel like you want to risk it on who's going to win. Maybe they have an off night to go to the decision is still plus 300.
Now, if you guys want to make money off that fight because it's a women's fight, whatever, and you want to take Fedora by stoppage, take her by stoppage, but also take over 5.5 rounds because she's not. I don't think she's gonna start that fast. That's
Most
at
of her
plus
stoppages come in the
216.
latter half of the fight.
Yeah, that's plus 216. Over 5.5 rounds, plus Gabby Fundora by stoppage, plus 216.
We were looking at some of these numbers yesterday, and in her 6 title fights, she has 5 stoppages. 3 of those have come in round 7, and then 1, I believe, it came in round 10.
Yeah, so guys, yeah. Let's all make some money this weekend.
All right. Moving on, booking the territory, boxing court. Matt, do you want to introduce this for the people?
Hey, it's a lot of potential litigation going on in boxing right now. So we had to bring in Judge EzRaw and Judge Matt and the jury Huey, because I'm putting cases on all you bitches, and you might be going to jail. We'll see. We will
Oh,
see.
you motherfuckers.
We'll
Okay.
see.
All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Now we got some interesting things going on with the IBF and Ja Opataya, the IBF and Janabek Alinquanuli, and the WBO and the WBA versus David Benavidez and Zeta Ramirez. Let's start from the top. The IBF has not made a decision whether or not they will strip Ja Opataya of his Cruiserweight Championship. Ezra, where do you fall with this Opataya IBF situation?
I think the IBF is correct. They are correct that they're acknowledging a belt that is not official yet, and it's not one that IBF acknowledges. So they are correct to remove their belt from this from Jai Opataya. I think the only reason that they are wavering on it or not sure about it is just because do they want to go through the legal battle of it. I think that's the only reason they're wavering on it a little bit. But I think within their rights and within their rule set, they are correct.
I don't think they're wavering because of no legal battle. I think they're wavering because they actually feel bad for Jao Pataya because he really looks like he's caught in the middle of the bullshit. But here's the thing, Jao Pataya, this is your team. If your team is not aligned with your goals in the sport, then you need a new team. You can't then go crying, oh, I really love this belt. This belt means a lot to me. I want to be undisputed. If your team is not looking to make an undisputed title fight. So the real issue here is Josh's team and Zupa Boxing. Because they could have just said, hey, we're not fighting for the Zufa belt. Bam. That's it. You get to keep your sanction, you keep your belt with no issue. He put himself in this position by allowing Dana White and his team to use him to try to further their agenda.
Yeah,
But now they all look stupid because they're all begging the IBF not to strip him. Now the IBF would be so wrong. Everyone, all the people that were crying that the sanctioned bodies mean nothing, the belts mean nothing, they're all also crying if this guy gets stripped.
But yeah, I agree. I mean, look, he's getting paid. I mean, he took the deal because he's going to get paid. He's getting paid a good amount of money, more than probably everybody else is offering. So that's why he took the deal. I'm sure he wanted to keep the belts. I don't think he truly understood that they would strip him. I don't think he understood that.
Like 30 years old, bro.
It doesn't matter. I don't think he understood it. Everything he said didn't sound like he understood it.
I think he was misled by his team about what would happen.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like he would get stripped. It didn't seem like he understood what the consequences could be. I don't know that they feel bad they're going to keep him with the belt. I don't know about that. I
think
if it's more of a legal thing.
If he publicly denounces the Zuffa belt,
yeah, he's not going to do that though.
They'll let him. Yeah, he would.
I don't think he'll do that.
We'll see. So, they'll have him keep the belt.
He's making good amount of money.
I do think it's more along the lines of what Matt's saying than what Ezra's saying. But I also think part of the reason they might be wavering is that they're wondering who they're going to put that belt on that gives them as much sanctioning fees.
But here's the thing though, right? But here's the thing. You think they're doing it because they feel bad for him?
No.
They're showing sympathy?
Yeah.
No, I think they feel bad for themselves.
What do you mean?
I don't think so.
I do think it has to do with that, but I think it has more to do with who are we going to put this on and how does that benefit us if it's not on him?
Bro, if they would have felt bad for him, they would have never even stripped him. That wouldn't even have been a thing. They would have just been like, all right, let's just keep it rolling, whatever. It's not that.
Bro,
is that they're worried,
let me ask y'all.
They're worried
be
about
honest,
going to
Huey.
court
Hold
over
on.
this.
Huey. Be honest. You think they're making bank off of John Pataya?
Yeah, they're not making bank off
but I
Joe
don't think
Pataya.
I think he's getting paid more than a lot of other.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Right now, he is for sure. But like I said, they wouldn't have did all this. Even for all that, they wouldn't have did all that. If it was money wise, they would
So
never
you're
invested.
telling me that a fight between Chris Billum Smith and Matus Masterneck is not going to fetch the fees?
Wait, what's his name?
Remember,
what's his name?
Matus Masterneck.
That's his actual name.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't know him?
No, I never heard of him.
Oh,
bro, he has like almost
goodness.
60 fights, bro.
Oh, does he? Oh, wow, 60 fights. 60 fights. Oh my. No, I was
This guy, you don't fucking know boxing at all, bro.
Hey man, listen, tell you that. Hey, I watch the NFL. I watch the NBA. I don't watch slam ball. I don't watch arena football. If you can make it to the level where that's what I'm saying. Like, here's the thing. You want to know my nobody test? You're nobody if I don't know you. I got to tell you right now. In the sport, you're not famous if I don't know you. If I know you, you're building up attention. If I know you're like, oh, well, does Ezra know me? That's how I know if I'm
Well,
not
just so you know, Masterneck is fighting in 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And you know the guy who he's fighting.
Who's he fighting?
Vidal Riley.
Oh, yeah, Vidal Riley. I do know Vidal Riley. That's someone. That's a name that holds some weight in the sport. Now, let me tell you right now. They don't feel bad for Opataya. They don't feel bad for the situation. I don't think they want to go to court. I don't know if they feel they have 100% legal ground, and I do think.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you this: if they were to sanction Masterneck versus Riley for the vacant IBF belt, they could collect some fees off of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that they knew what Opataya was making. They knew what the consequences of that were when they did that.
$73,000.
I think they reviewed. at the end of the thing and said, "Are we on the right legal ground here? And how tough is this fight?" Now, if that comes to that case, one thing we're going to talk about pretty soon, but I just think there's a little bit of a connection there, is the WBC trying to put on a belt that they just created for a fight. And they said, "Hey, get that the hell out of here." I think they said to get that the hell out of here because of everything going on. But let's continue.
All right, Ezra, you're going to be up first on this one. You might have the chance. You might have the chance to play defense attorney. IBF versus Janabek Alim Kanuli.
Yeah, I think the IBF's right. Listen, the guy tested positive. There was no way of getting around the test positive. He didn't prove that he was a tainted supplement. He didn't prove any of the nonsense we usually hear. He couldn't even prove those things. He's going to be suspended for a year. He's not going to be able to fulfill mandatories. There's no reason to hold up these belts. They were 100% in their right. They 100% made the right decision. I think you look foolish if you don't strip him of the belt. I think that anyone that holds a belt on him is a fool. It's a foolish move. I think it looks foolish, and it doesn't look like you're following your own rules, or it doesn't look like there's any consequences. Hey, the guy was gonna fight for the belts. He was gonna fight, defend the belts. He pissed hot, and he couldn't make it to the fight. That was proven. They stripped the belts. He's gonna be suspended. That's fair is fair. If you want to put him back after suspension and say, hey, we're gonna put him back to the top 5, top 3, and he has a chance to fight for the belts again, I'm okay with that. But you got to take the belts off of him.
You know what? You said that so well. I have nothing else to say. Guilty, Your Honor.
Let's go to the next one.
All right, and Matt, we'll go to you on this one. The WBO and the WBA versus David Benavidez and Zurdo Ramirez.
Lance Pugmire. Lance Pugmire, once again, you're talking bullshit, my brother.
Explain this one, Matt.
So, Lance Pugmire wrote an article on Boxing Scene that says the WBA and the WBO deny special WBC belt for Zurdo versus Benavidez. And according to Lance, they are threatening to pull sanction for the fight if this quote-unquote belt is on the line.
Okay.
Here's the issue. How could the WBO and WBA deny
Did we lose you?
Did we lose him?
Damn, I don't know what happened.
Damn.
It was like the perfect spot to lose him too. It was a real
That's a real cliffhanger.
It was a real
Oh man.
It's like the commercial kicked in. Boom. It's like, oh, we'll be right back.
yeah.
Yeah, that was
Matt
like when
really
you follow
does-
the video on
oh,
YouTube, and then you all of a sudden get the ad.
Matt
Yeah,
really does
YouTube.
love,
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Yeah.
about the YouTube.
Yeah, Matt
YouTube put
really
the ad
does
in front of
love Matlock because he does cliffhangers like Matlock would. This is insane. I don't understand. And the thing is, I don't even want to go because I want to hear 100% what he's going to say before
Yeah, I was curious what he was going to say too, because I'm not super familiar with what the situation that's going on here.
Oh,
So
wait, were you guys not hearing me the whole time?
No, cut
no,
off.
No,
you,
we
you,
didn't.
you cut off. You cut off at deny.
Yeah. He says, how
Okay.
are you going to deny? And then that was it.
How are they going to deny something that neither team applied for? I reached out to both teams. Neither one of them applied for any exemption to fight for some WBC belt because it's not a real belt.
Okay.
So what Lance Pugmire is doing is he is trying to position this WBC thing
Like a Zuffa belt.
like a Zuffa belt.
Yeah.
To give a precedent to force
Yes.
these sections about, like he basically Lance Pugmire is working for Zuffa,
Yes. So,
and he's trying to establish a precedent to either legitimize Zuffa or put the section of bodies in a spot where Zuffa could have their belt on the line, not acknowledge them, but the section of body can't do anything like pull their belt from
yes.
the competitors. He's working for Zuffa basically.
Yeah, he is 100%.
Yeah.
Now, a question I have though, and this is the part that's unclear to me: is this really an issue with the WBO? And them?
I don't know.
That's
I've
the
reached
part
out
that
to
I'm curious about.
Gustavo. I'm waiting to hear back from Gustavo because to me, this is much ado about nothing.
But do you think that in their stance of everything going on right now, that they do have the stance of saying, "Hey, why are we putting these fake belts on the line right now when we know everything that's going on with the Zuffa belt and everything like that?"
No, because this will fall under like a trophy. This would be like, hey, listen.
No, I get it. I get you.
Well, this is the Mexican-based
Heritage.
organization putting on a trophy and a reward for the fight between a Mexican and a Mexican-American fighter at the top of their sport.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just wonder if they just
Noel
say,
McCallan is still going to be the WBC Cruiserweight champion
No, I get
after
you.
this.
I
So,
just wonder if they say it just doesn't look right at the time that what they're arguing. I don't know. I'm curious.
nah, to me, this is Lance Pugmire trying to do the work for Zuffa. But I'm glad you guys. I'm surprised you guys caught on to it.
But you you reached out to the what's his name?
Gustavo.
So okay, so we will get an answer though on that. Whether
Hopefully.
This is okay.
Hopefully.
All right.
Anything else for the court before we move on to quick hits, Matt?
Yeah, to me, we're throwing out this case.
Yes.
This case is a nothing case. This is overzealous reporter trying to curry favor with a certain organization. Lance, you are officially on fraud watch, and I hate to do that.
Oh man, you know what would be a good? I don't know if you want to do
it.
You just held
man.
them, huh?
but you know what would be a great
Hey,
segment?
Ezra, let's talk about it after the show.
All right.
I thought you were gonna block him, Matt.
Oh man, I got a segment. I don't know if Matt's willing to do it, but
we'll talk about it in the post production meeting.
Yeah, let's talk about it after the show, Ezra.
All right, quick hits here. Let's see let's get through these. Matchroom outbids Golden Boy for Ricardo Sandoval and Galileo Phi title fight. Ezra, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. They have the market to take it to that's going to make it more money. So that makes sense that they would win that first bid. And that's
they bid $625,000 for this fight.
Yeah, we could have promoted this fight.
They're going to take that bad boy to the UK. And they're going to make money on it.
That's insane, though. That's an insane amount.
That's a good fight. Let me tell you something right now. People say, "Oh, that's a damn good fight." I can't wait for that fight.
Yeah, it's going to be good while it lasts.
Yep.
All right. Etnoso Aliha versus Shaquille Thompson ordered for the vacant IBF 160-pound title. Matt?
Okay.
Ezra, any thoughts?
Same thing.
Andres Cortez versus Erdson Garcia tops Zuffa Boxing 5 triple header on Easter Sunday. Ezra, you excited for this card?
Who were the names again?
Andres Cortez versus Erdson Garcia.
Andres Cortez is pretty good. Andres Cortez, he was on Top Rank for a while. He fought Nova. He fought a few guys. He's pretty good. He has some ability. I'm not 100% familiar with his opponent. I was hearing that like he's tough. I got to look into him. But that card isn't the strongest. I was looking at that card. You know, like I said, the cards kind of sometimes they over deliver. So we'll see. But that card wasn't the strongest.
Don't ask me.
Sky Nicholson is in a homecoming headliner against Mariah Turner on April 29th. Matt, you want to add anything on that? Any thoughts?
Sky Nicholson is headlining another card.
It's a family show. I just want to say that right now. This is a family show. When I click it, I say, is this meant for kids? I put yes every time.
Okay. All right. We'll move on then.
All right, Ezra, do you want to add anything on Sky
I
Nicholson?
don't. I do not.
All right. Japan's Katsumi.
It's not illegal, Ezra said. Go ahead.
Japan's Katsuma Akatsugi signs a co-promotional deal with ProBox. He will meet Mexico's Jose Miguel Calderon on April 11th at Tokyo's Rio. You did this on purpose, Matt. You knew I wouldn't read the rundown ahead of time.
I have nothing on this. I just wanted to see if you could pronounce any of this, and you failed.
Rio Goku Kokugiken?
I don't know. Why don't you go look at one of them fucking animes you be watching?
That guy is a wild card fighter, if I'm correct. I support him. I support his career, and I hope he does wild card proud.
And then we turn it over to the Brunch Boxing listeners to see if they have any questions. I do want to shout out our guy Sibby, who has a state champion in his stable now. He did win by walkover, but they are under regionals April 25th.
Hey, let's go, Sibby.
Let's go, Sib. Email national champ. What it say is Sibby's a hell of a trainer, though. If you watch like the stuff that he works on with his fighters, he does really, really good stuff. This dude is really working on his craft.
Those who can't do, teach.
You might, I don't know. Be careful with that, Matt. You might hit you upside your head. But I would say right now, though, yeah, Sibby's smart. Like all the things I see, that he trains his guys. I always like, oh, that's really smart, really good stuff. Anything else?
It doesn't look like we have anything. There's no questions coming in from the comments. From the fans. I do want to say, if we had a Bellini for commenter of the year, Trill would win that shit. Trill's comments in the live chat every week are great.
Yeah, they're pretty funny.
Hey, Jay Beezy, are you still with us, Jay Beezy?
Yes, I am.
You know, everyone's giving shout outs to fucking Sibby. Let's give a shout out to my guy, Jay Beezy. Happy birthday, my guy.
Happy birthday, Jay Beezy.
Oh, happy G Day.
Well, it's still, I guess you could technically say, yeah, because I
Don't
was.
be a woman, please. Just take the birthday blessings, my brother. Don't be a woman.
No, if I was a woman, then that would mean I would be celebrating the whole damn month. So no.
JBZ, JBZ, I was listening to your show, right? And
Mhm.
boxing academic calls in. Okay.
Mhm.
He asked you two questions. Okay. He asked you two questions. And then he says, let me ask you two questions before I get to my story. And then so he asked two questions, and then he goes to a story. This guy has some damn nerve. I gotta tell you. I enjoy the boxing academic. He's one of my favorite callers on our show, your show, any show. But my goodness, the nerve to say I'm gonna ask you two questions, then I'm gonna tell my story. You are more patient than me, JB. I would have kicked him as soon as he said that comment. I would have booted him from the show.
Listen. He has been one of my OGs on the Boxing Source podcast as long as I've done it. Remember, it's the longest running boxing show in existence. So
It is.
it's in its 11th season. So he's been there since season 1. So
It is great stuff, JB.
and he could be out on assignment for March 28th. So we'll see.
Well, if he is, just tell him. Don't tell the fighters. Let me ask you two questions and tell you a story. Okay, just tell them don't do that.
All right, we do have one thing from the fans. We didn't talk about it during the rundown. There was brief mention of the card last night, but what do you guys take away from Najee Lopez last night?
Oh man, let me tell you something. If you question his heart, if you question what he would do in a tough spot, you have no questions after last night. That was a hell of a performance. And you know what? It was a competitive fight, but he got to work and he got to a lot of success early. He got caught when he got overconfident, and he ended up in a tough fight, but he proved everything I needed to see for as far as like what he can do in a tough spot. That guy has talent. I'm very curious to see where he goes from there, but that was a hell of a fight, man. That was fantastic.
Matt, did you watch the Pro Box card last night, and do you have any thoughts on the Najee Lopez performance?
Bro, I'm ready to eat.
See, that means he didn't watch it. All the time when Matt says,
okay.
watch the
JB,
fights and
you know
stuff
what?
like that,
We don't have any questions from the listeners. JBZ, tell the people what they have to look forward to and where they can find your work.
Yo, that fight against Gallegos, you had pretty much a round of the year, fight of the year, and KO of the year in one all-in-one fight. I said not to sleep on this fight because of Gallegos and his performances against Khalil Cole. So I thought it was a great matchup for Pro Box to have, and it ended up as EzRaw says, it over delivered. You know what I mean? So there you go. But as always, we do have the Boxing Source podcast on Sundays on YouTube, live on YouTube. So y'all, stay tuned for that show coming up tomorrow.
You got the midweek report on Wednesdays as well to tune into on YouTube.
Yep, midweek report on Wednesdays, and as EzRaw says, hopefully the boxing academic doesn't ask 2 questions and then provide
and then tell a story. God, that's ridiculous.
EzRaw,
what do the people have to look forward from you this week?
I'm dropping a Junto breakdown of his game. We're leading into the Inoue fight. We're gonna be doing a lot of content for Junto Inoue. I'm gonna be doing a video on what he's good at, what he struggles at, and what are some of the things to watch out for in the Inoue fight. The week after that, I'll be doing the Inoue one. Then I'll be doing a total breakdown of their fight. Just stuff like that coming along for the Inoue Junto Nakatani fight.
Matt, tell people what you have for them, where they can support you, the show, and send everyone home.
Aaron, my blood sugar low. This has been another edition of Brunch Boxing.
Eating?
A banana.
Oh, you're a grown man. All right, keep going.
This has been another edition of Brunch Boxing. He is our COO, the Mexican Al Heyman. He is our host, EzRaw Boxing. He is our super producer, Huey P. I am Matt. We are Brunch Boxing, and we are out. Stay for the post-production meeting.